baseball fans, for the protection of players, coaches, umpires, and other fans, and in the spirit of good sportsmanship, the Long Island Ducks ask that you refrain from tossing any objects onto the field. And please do not stand, climb, sit, or lay on the dugout tops or the backstop netting. Laser pointers are prohibited here at Ballpark. We also like to remind you that any spectator going onto the field or interrupting play in any manner will be ejected and subject to arrest. The Long Island Ducks are also happy to have fans keep any batted or thrown ball that goes into the stands this afternoon. And in the spirit of safety, the Long Island Ducks would like to remind you to please stay alert at all times, because thrown or batted objects may be very, very dangerous. In consideration of the health and comfort of others, smoking is prohibited in all areas of our ballpark. If you need to smoke, please head toward the suite lobby double doors located on the upper concourse behind home plate. There, a gate attendant will assist you. The Long Island Ducks thank you for not smoking here at Ballpark, making our ballpark smoke-free. And join the Long Island Ducks in the team spirit by being responsible about alcohol consumption. Please take a look now at the Duck Vision scoreboard in left center field for these important words from Long Island Ducks coach Buddy Harrelson.
Hi fans, Buddy Harrelson here. When we take the field, we have a plan. The Ducks in Suffolk County stop DWI want you to have a plan too. If you're drinking alcohol, have a plan. Don't drink.
And the Long Island Ducks in the Stop DWI Suffolk County program hope you enjoyed today's ball game and want to remind you to please have a plan to get home safely. If you've been drinking, don't drive, get a ride. And now, please take a look at the Duck Vision scoreboard in left center field once again. These words from News 12 Long Island.
Three deadly shootings. There is only one place.
An out-of-control brush fire.
That brings it to you. While very heavy rain developed offshore has happened.
So right now, in East Long Island, breaking news in Suffolk County.
When it happens.
Close call for a family getting to a family event. This was the scene on Great Neck Road.
If it happens here, you will see it here. News 12 Long Island, as local news gets.
Our fans would like to remind you, since today is Father's Day, during the ball game we are going to present Not Your Father's Root Beer Lucky Seat Giveaway. We have some great Not Your Father's Root Beer gift packs to give away throughout the entire ball game. Make sure you listen carefully to your seat. If it's called off, then you're a big winner here on Father's Day 2016 from Not Your Father's Root Beer and the Long Island Ducks. Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We have a car in the parking lot that needs to be attended to. It's a Nissan with New York license plate number GYP 3335. GYV 3335. Those are the New York license plate numbers. It's a Nissan. Please report to your car immediately. Once again, that New York license plate number is GYV 3335. Please report to your car immediately. You know, fans, the Lancaster Barnstormers proudly present your 2016 Long Island Ducks ground crew, keeping the field here at Ballpark the best in the Atlantic League. It's the Lancaster Barnstormers serving Long Island for over 70 years.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And on this glorious Sunday afternoon, a happy Father's Day to all as the Long Island Ducks take the field to take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in the final game of this 7-game homestand and finale of a 4-game series between the two teams. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action, and thank you so much for tuning in here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Beautiful day for baseball. Happy Father's Day to all of those celebrating out there in listening land. We appreciate you taking some time with us to enjoy some baseball on this Sunday afternoon. A good crowd on hand here for the final game of this series, and many of the fans taking part in the Father's Day celebration here today. A pregame picnic in the picnic area that included all-you-can-eat barbecue, and many fans as well, dozens out on the field before the game. Also purchasing that pregame on-field catch package where a father and a guest had the chance to go out and have a catch on the field here at Bethpage Ballpark, which looks fantastic on this sun-drenched Sunday afternoon, and a perfect way to spend Father's Day with a friendly game of baseball. Ducks will be looking to end the homestand with a win. They are 4-2 on this 7-game homestand, which ends today. But it started perfect 4-0 with 3 straight wins over the New Britain Bees and a victory here on Friday night against the Barnstormers. However, yesterday, a day-night doubleheader between these two teams, and it did not go well for Long Island. The offense dried up, and an offense that has been struggling a little bit of late, minus several key pieces in the lineup. But yesterday, Long Island could not do much against Terry Doyle, the starter for Game 1, and Kelvin De La Cruz, the starter for Game 2 for Lancaster, as Long Island drops both games of the Twin Bill, 3-2 in 10 innings in Game 1 and 4-1 in Game 2. We'll have the full recap of both games coming up here on the pregame show. A little bit later on, we'll take a look at the pitching matchup for this afternoon's ball game, and then the starting lineups and first pitch as the Ducks and the Barnstormers wrap up this 4-game series here on Long Island.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Long Island Ducks, Lancaster Barnstormers getting ready to do battle in the final game of this 4-game series. Barnstormers have taken 2 of the first 3. Long Island had taken the opener here Friday night 4-2. Lancaster winning both games of a day-night doubleheader yesterday by counts of 3-2 in 10 innings and 4-1. It was the first time this year that the Ducks got swept in a doubleheader of any kind. Long Island had been 6-2 beforehand, and the Ducks were at their high water mark of the year entering the doubleheader yesterday at 31-22, 9 games over 500, and in first place in the Liberty Division standings. But the offense had its struggles yesterday as we recap the 2 games of the doubleheader. Game 1, good pitching matchup between Bobby Blevins and Terry Doyle. Blevins especially looking to rebound as he has been struggling of late, got knocked out of the rotation, replaced by Bruce Kern. But got the start yesterday with the day-night doubleheader and turned in a quality start. His only inning where he ran into real trouble was the 3rd. With 1 out, Lance Zawansky single to right. Casey Hobson and Sean Halton followed with back-to-back RBI triples, and that gave the Barnstormers a 2-0 lead. They would threaten a little bit later on in the 6th inning with 2 on and 1 out, but ultimately nothing further. Blevins, 6 innings of 2-run ball, 4 hits, 3 walks, struck out 8, which was a season high for him. Meanwhile, on the other side, Terry Doyle was superb in the early going for the Barnstormers. 6 shutout innings to begin his start, and the only trouble he really got in was in the 4th and the 5th. 4th inning, Ducks had 2 on, 1 out. Blank hit into a double play to end that threat. And in the 5th inning, a leadoff double by Blake T. Cody, but nothing further. And that took us to the 7th inning after Dustin Richardson came in, made his Ducks debut, and threw a scoreless 7th inning. Bottom half of the 7th with 1 out, Terry Doyle walked Dan Johnson to put a runner on with 1 out in the inning. It was the first walk that Doyle allowed, and Butch Hobson decided to go to his bullpen. He called on the closer Corey Burns to face Mike Blank, but the move did not work out for Lancaster. Here down 2-0, 3-2 runner does not go, and Blank hits a high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Whitaker at the warning track, at the wall, he jumps up, and you can forget it. It is a game-tying 2-run home run over the left field wall for Mike Blank in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Ducks have done it again. They have tied this ball game at 2 apiece. So a deep drive by Mike Blank that just got over the left field wall out of the reach of Whitaker, and Long Island had tied up the ball game at 2, coming from behind like they had done so many times of late. So that forced extra innings. Barnstormers able to do nothing in the 8th inning, and in the 9th they had 2 on with 2 out, but Kevin Aarons grounded into a force out against Yuri De La Rosa and that threat. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Ducks put the first 2 on a single to go tie and a walk to Johnson. Mike Blank came to the plate, did not square to bunt, and ended up flying out to center after just missing the game-winning hit down the left field line. That set the stage for Blake T. Cody, who would single to right field. Kevin Baez aggressively sending Ruben Gotay around third to try and score him from second on the play, but he was thrown out on a great throw to the plate by Sean Halton. Runners were at second and third after advancing on the throw, but Matt Wessinger struck out swinging to end the 9th inning. In the 10th, with 2 out after Amalio Diaz struck out Gindel and Whitaker, Josh Bell went the opposite way to left center field for a 2-run home run in his 7th of the year. Gave the Barnstormers the 3-2 lead. The Ducks threatened again in the bottom half of the 10th inning against Pete Andrelzik, who had also wiggled out of that jam in the 9th inning. A leadoff infield single by Anthony Vega and a 2-out infield single by Delta Cleary Jr. put runners at the corners with 2 down. Cleary Jr. would steal second, and so a base hit for Gotay would likely win the game for Long Island, but he popped to center field to end that one, and the Ducks fell 3-2. Pete Andrelzik got the win with 2 scoreless innings of relief to improve to 3-0 on the year. Amalio Diaz, the loss, fell to 4-2 in front of 4,678 here at Bethpage Ballpark. In Game 2, Lancaster again took an early lead against Duck starter Darren Downs. A 1-out single by Kevin Aarons, who would steal second base and come in on a 2-out RBI single to right by Bell. His second run batted in of the day gave the Barnstormers a 1-0 lead. Ducks, though, would get on the scoreboard right away in the 2nd inning against Kelvin De La Cruz, making his Barnstormer debut. Cody Puckett at infield, single to third with 1 out, went from first to third on a double to left by Mike Dowd, and that set the stage for Mike Blank. The 0-1, swung on and grounded here to the left side in the hole, picked up by the third baseman Zawatsky. His throw to first in time for the out, but in to score from third is Cody Puckett, an RBI ground out from Mike Blank, and we are tied up at 1 apiece. So Blank's RBI ground out, his 3rd run batted in of the doubleheader, and that tied up the ball game at 1 apiece. However, that would be all Long Island would be able to muster offensively in the game. The only other time they really threatened was in the 8th inning when they had runners at first and second with 2 out, but Delta Cleary Jr. popped out, fouled the first to end that threat. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers against Downs took the lead for good in the 6th inning when Caleb Gindel doubled. Kevin Aarons was hit by a pitch. Both runners moved up on a wild pitch, and Gindel scored on an RBI single to left by Bell. Halton sac fly to right brought in Aarons. That gave Lancaster a 3-1 lead, and they would round out the scoring in the 7th. After back-to-back singles to open the inning by McDade and Zawatsky, they would move up on a wild pitch. They would move up on a sac bunt and score on a wild pitch to make it 4-1. Kelvin De La Cruz, who will have just 2 hits, a walk, over 6 innings of 1-run balls, striking out 5, got the win to improve to 4-6. Darren Downs, the loss. He allowed 4 runs on 7 hits in 6 2/3 innings while striking out 7. He falls to 4-4. Ryan Denick, the 4-out save, his first of the year, in front of a season-high crowd of 7,036, the 3rd pass capacity crowd of the year here at Bethpage Ballpark. We will take a break. When we come back here on the pregame show, we'll look at the pitching matchup for this afternoon's game. Then we'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch of the series finale between the Ducks and the Barnstormers.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Here on this Father's Day by the Rocky Point High School 12th grade chorus with our national anthem. Prior to the homestand finale between the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers, Ducks will hit the road tomorrow as they head out for a week to York and Bridgeport. So the Long Island Ducks will look for a split of this 4-game series and a 5-2 record on the homestand if they can get the win here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for today. The Ducks will send righty Bruce Curran to the mound, 0-1 record, 2.88 ERA in 12 games, 5 of which are starts. And he picked up a no decision in the opener of this homestand back on Tuesday night against New Britain with 5 innings of 3-run ball, only 1 run earned, giving up 7 hits and no walks while striking out 4. Brian Evans will oppose him. Evans 3-2 with a 3.99 ERA this season for Lancaster, 11 games, 10 of them starts, and took a no decision on Tuesday at home against Sugar Land, allowing just 2 runs on 4 hits and a walk over 7 innings, and tying a season high with 9 strikeouts. He had also struck out 9 against the Ducks back on June 2nd in Lancaster. Starting lineups for this afternoon's game for the Barnstormers: Charlie Cutler is in the leadoff spot. Blake Galen remains out of the lineup with a hip injury. He is still recovering from hip surgery that he had earlier this offseason. So Cutler will do the catching and bat first. Kevin Aarons is the shortstop hitting second. Caleb Gindle in center field bats third, and the cleanup hitter is the left fielder, and that is Josh Whitaker. Batting fifth and playing third base is Josh Bell, the victim yesterday for Long Island as he drove in all 3 runs for the Barnstormers in their 2 wins combined. Sean Holton is in right field hitting 6th. Casey Hobson, the designated hitter, bats 7th. The 8 hitter is the first baseman, Mike McDade, and Lance Sawatsky, the second baseman, rounds out the order. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, we'll give you that lineup when we hit the bottom of the first inning, as we are just about ready to begin play here on this Sunday afternoon. Bruce Curran to the mound for Long Island, ready to go. And the right-hander's first pitch of the game is taken low and inside for ball 1. We're underway.
Transportation Services start time of the ball game is 1:35.
1:35, starting right on time here at Bethpage Ballpark. Kern works out of the windup and is 1-0. Cutler swings, pops one up in the air to left field. Anthony Vega drifts back a few steps. And in front of the warning track, he'll make the catch to retire Cutler for the first out of the ball game.
Transportation Services temperature of today's ball game is a very delightful 73 degrees.
73 degrees as announced by Bob Otone, the official temperature of first pitch. Very gorgeous day to come out and watch some baseball on this Father's Day. Once again, happy Father's Day to everybody celebrating out there today. Appreciate all that you do as always. And it is a beautiful way to spend the day by coming here and watching the Ducks take on the Barnstormers. First pitch, fastball, misses low from Kern to Kevin Aarons, the shortstop and two-hitter. And the count goes to 1-0. Aarons, a righty hitter. And the 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Aarons at .305 on the year for the Barnstormers with 6 home runs and 37 runs batted in. Very possible he can get an all-star nod and play in his home ballpark. 1-1 is chopped on the ground foul to the third base side. And the count goes to 1-2, about 3 weeks away from the all-star game, which will be at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, July the 13th, a Wednesday night, featuring the best of the Liberty Division against the best of the Freedom Division. 1-2, fastball lifted in the air to shallow right. Coming in is Phelan Lentini, still coming on, and he's able to make the catch in right to retire Aarons for the second out. Defensively for the Ducks this afternoon, it's Anthony Vega in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Phelan Lentini around in right. On the infield from left to right, Cody Puckett gets the start at third base. The shortstop is Matt Wessinger. Second baseman is Ruben Gotay with Dan Johnson around at first. First pitch to Caleb Gindel, the lefty swinger, fouls one off to the third base side, 0-1. Behind home plate doing the catching today is Mike Dowd, and on the mound for the Ducks is the righty and Long Island native Bruce Kern. 0-1 pitch coming up. Kern gets the sign, kicks and fires. This is slashed foul again, almost to the exact same spot, third base side. And Kern quickly ahead of Gindel at 0-2. He's hitting .315 on the year, 3 homers, 31 runs batted in, active leader on this Barnstormer team in batting average. 0-2 from the righty. Fastball misses high and in tight. Count now 1-2. Ducks are in their alternate orange jerseys here this afternoon with the white Sunday caps. Barnstormers in the alternate red jerseys with the red caps. 1-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Good breaking ball from Kern. Gindel swung through it. First strikeout of the day for the right-hander, and a quick 1-2-3. Top of the first inning. Barnstormers go in order. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It is Lancaster 0 and Long Island coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. No score between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Long Island Ducks. It'll be Phelan Lentini leading things off in right field. Batting second and playing center field is Delta Cleary Jr. The 3-hitter and second baseman is Ruben Gotay, and in the cleanup spot is the first baseman, Dan Johnson. Batting fifth at third base, Cody Puckett. Blake T. Cody is the designated hitter today, getting the half day. He bats sixth. Mike Dowd doing the catching and batting seventh. The 8-hitter for Long Island is the left fielder, Anthony Vega, and rounding out the order for the Ducks, the shortstop, and that is Matt Wessinger. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Phelan Lentini will lead things off for Long Island, trying to erase what was a tough day at the plate yesterday in the doubleheader. Brian Evans out of the windup, and the first pitch. Swung on a line hard, but foul down the left field line into the seats. And the count 0-1. Wind is blowing hard today from right to left. From the right field foul pole out to the left field foul pole. The flags in right and in left center are both blowing very stiffly in the wind today. But a beautiful day, wall-to-wall sunshine, not a cloud up above. Here's the 0-1 from Evans. Kicks and fires. Lentini taking high and inside. This time would look like a changeup. And that'll even things up at 1-1. The Ducks right fielder playing like an all-star this year, hitting .333 with 4 homers and 31 runs batted in. Trying to become an all-star and play at his former ballpark that he used to call home. Was a Barnstormer back in 2012. And here a swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch over the inside corner, and the count now 1-2. Stepping up to the plate again is Lentini wearing the high black socks. Evans works out of the windup for Lancaster. And the 1-2 is a breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. So Evans using that off-speed to his advantage, and Lentini unable to connect. First strikeout of the day for Evans, and there's one away. Well, Brian Evans has probably been arguably the most consistent starter for the Barnstormers this year. Enters at 3-2 with 3.99 ERA in 11 games and 10 starts. And Dave Collins, the broadcaster for the Barnstormers, said it best yesterday. There's not one guy in the rotation that really sticks out as having a phenomenal season. First pitch here is taken on the outside corner, bell tie for strike 1, but of anybody, Evans is probably the best. 56 strikeouts and 56 in the third innings to just 13 walks. And now the 0-1. Cleary Jr. takes down and in on a fastball. They even the count at a ball and a strike. Coming off of a very good start on Tuesday against Sugar Land, where he took a no decision in a 3-2 loss for the Barnstormers, allowing just 2 runs over 7 innings. 1-1. Cleary Jr. pops this one up. Left side of the field, Josh Bell back onto the warning track. He can't see it. It's going to land foul. That was definitely a catchable ball and a break for the Ducks that Cleary Jr. is able to reach. Bell, the third baseman, had trouble yesterday in a pop-up foul down the third base line where could not come up with it, couldn't see it in the sunshine, and ended up hitting right off his noggin. And he was okay, but a missed opportunity for an out. And there, the same thing, a ball that landed on the warning track, and Bell just could not see the ball right away, and the shortstop Aarons couldn't get there either. Now a 1-2. Evans kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. swinging a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. So the Ducks take advantage of the miscue on the foul pop, in which Bell could not make the catch, nor could Evans. And Cleary Jr. is on with the first hit of the ballgame. So the Ducks get Cleary Jr. on, and he in all his speed, 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts this season. So with a 1 on and 1 out, Ruben Gotay will come to the plate. Switch hitter batting from the left side, just like Cleary Jr. First pitch, and he takes a fastball over the outside corner from Evans for strike 1. Gotay enters today at .304 on the year with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Former big leaguer at the plate. Here comes an 0-1. Breaking ball this time, and it misses low and outside. Good eye shown there by Gotay. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Gotay will be followed by Dan Johnson. Cleary Jr. takes his lead to the edge of the cutout at first, being held on by Mike McDade. Turning a throw over, and Cleary Jr. is back safely. Middle infielders at double play depth here for Gotay. The third baseman, Bell, playing a little bit further off the bag with Gotay hitting from the left side. Evans gets the sign as he works now out of the stretch. Here's a 1-1. Cleary Jr. bluffs, and Gotay takes the fastball off the outside corner. Might have been a little low, too. Count goes to 2-1. Ducks looking to split this 4-game series. They took the opener, lost both games yesterday. They're trying to end the homestand at 5-2, a big difference between 5-2 and 4-3 on a homestand. 2-1, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Cutler. Go tie now with the count even at 2-2. If the Ducks can get a series sweep and a split, we'll definitely feel much better than a series sweep and a series loss before they head on the road to York. Long Island entering today 1 game behind the Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. Throw over, and Cleary Jr. dives back ahead of the tag from McDade. Long Island entered yesterday a half game up on Somerset, but Ducks lost both games. Patriots won their game, and that is why now Long Island is a game back. Here's the 2-2. Cleary Jr. goes. Go tie a swing and a foul ball. Just got a little piece and snuck it through the legs of the catcher Cutler. So Go tie will have to head back to, or check that, Cleary Jr. will have to head back to first base. And really, although the Ducks are 1 game back, it is like they are 2 games back. Somerset owns the tiebreaker by virtue of having the head-to-head advantage. And so Long Island really needs to finish 1 game better than Somerset to get the first half title. So in essence, it is like the Ducks are 2 games back in the division. Throw over again from Evans, and Cleary Jr. is back safely. And Evans paying a lot of attention to Delta Cleary Jr. The Ducks use their speed to their advantage, helping them win 4-2 here on Friday night. Getting 3 stolen bases in the 7th inning, scoring 2 runs to take a 3-2 lead en route to a 4-2 win. And again, Evans checking on Cleary Jr., who is back safely. No score, bottom of the 1st inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. A beautiful Sunday afternoon. Evans along, looking for the sign from Cutler. Now he's ready. 2-2 on the way, and Go tie fouls this one over the screen, back behind the plate, off to the left side. Another tough pitch that he fights off. Evans likes to use that breaking ball and the changeup to his advantage. He's got a decent fastball, but it's really his off speed that allows him to be successful and keep opponents off balance. Throws it for strikes too. Again, he has only walked 13 this year. So he finds the strike zone quite a bit, has struck out 56 and 56 in the 3rd innings. Another 2-2 coming up. Long look into the plate, and again a throw over. And again, Cleary Jr. has to dive back safely. Butch Hobson is a guy who certainly will slow a game down, either by mound visits or throws over or visits to the mound and pitching changes. So no surprise here. Runner goes, 2-2, a half swing and a foul tip at home plate. And so Go tie is still alive. We'll do it again at 2-2. It looked like he had half swung and missed for strike 3, but then we couldn't see where the ball went as Cutler was blocking it. It actually rolled out in front of him, and so that is why it was a foul ball, but it hit in foul territory at the plate, and that's why it was ruled foul. So Cleary Jr. back to first, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evans deals, and Go tie takes on the inside corner, strike 3 called. A good breaking ball there by Evans. Go tie caught looking, second strikeout for Evans, and quickly 2 away. Defensive lineup for the Barnstormers. Josh Whitaker is in left field, Caleb Gindel in center, and Sean Halton is around and right. On the infield from left to right, you have Josh Bell at third base, Kevin Aarons at short. Lance Sawatsky is the second baseman, and Mike McDade around at first. Behind home plate is Charlie Cutler, and on the mound is Brian Evans. So runner at first with 2 down. First pitch to Dan Johnson, and he takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Johnson between the Ducks and the Bluefish at 219 on the year, 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Set at the belt is Evans, and the 0-1. Johnson a foul ball to the third base side out of play, and Evans quickly in front, 0-2. So the Ducks getting the 1-out single by Cleary Jr. after Josh Bell could not reel in the pop-up. Again, the Barnstormers with that big shift for Dan Johnson. Second baseman Zawatsky in shallow right. The shortstop, Aaron's up the middle on the first base side of second. The only fielder on the left side is Bell, the third baseman, who is playing over at shortstop right now, where he would typically play. Another check on Cleary Jr. at first. Nothing doing there. Evans comes set, and the 0-2. Breaking ball lined into center field. Base hit for Dan Johnson. Cleary Jr. with a big turn at second. He's heading for third, and there will be no play. So Dan Johnson delivers the 2-out single to center field. Cleary Jr. with his speed makes it from corner to corner. And now Long Island with runners at first and third, and 2 men out for Cody Puckett.
Cody Puckett, number 2.
So let's see if Long Island can deliver the big 2-out hit. They had 4 2-out runs that scored in the opening game of this series, keying their come-from-behind win. Yesterday they were having trouble getting those big hits, especially with 2 outs. They did get the game-tying home run from Blank in game 1, but ultimately it came in a losing effort. So we'll see if Puckett can drive in Cleary Jr. and give the Ducks the early lead. From the stretch, Evans deals to the plate, and Puckett swings and lines one down the left field line. It is a foul ball. Solid contact from Puckett, but that ball just kept hooking. The wind certainly doesn't help it, and it one-hopped in and out of the seats. Josh Whitaker throws it up into the crowd. So the count 0-1 on Puckett, who comes in at .296 on the year, 5 homers, 29 runs batted in. Certainly worthy of some all-star consideration. From the stretches, Evans deals, and Puckett swings and misses. A fastball down and away, and Puckett with a good hack, but just missed, so now it's 0-2. And Evans a strike away from getting out of trouble here in the first inning. Righty-righty matchup. Puckett steps out of the batter's box just to get himself set. And now he digs back in. Evans looking in for the sign from Charlie Cutler. Now he's ready to go. Runners lead from the corners with 2 down. And the 0-2 to Puckett. Fastball misses way outside. Count now 1-2. This is Evans' second start of the year here on Long Island. Took the loss back on May 5th in game 1 of a doubleheader. A 1-0 walk-off win for the Ducks in 7 innings. Now the 1-2 to Puckett. And he will swing and ground one to third. Gobbled up there by Bell. His throw to first is in time for the out. So Cody Puckett just misses the double down the left field line. Ends up grounding out to third, and the Ducks are without a run in the bottom of the first. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on base. To the second we go, no score.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
On to the second inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. No score between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation, a Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So Josh Whitaker will step up to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Barnstormers, after they went in order in the first half of the first inning, and the first pitch is on the way, taken for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Whitaker at 279 on the year. He's got 6 home runs, 27 runs batted in. And Kern's 0-1 is fouled off to the Barnstormer on deck circle, third base side of the plate. Count quickly, 0-2. With the righty up at the plate, Dan Johnson well off the bag at first and playing in tight somewhat. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and just getting a piece was Whitaker to foul it off. Excellent curveball from Kern, who has great 12-6 movement on that breaking ball. Probably his best pitch. He's got a lively fastball and a very good 12-6 curve. And is able to mix both of those up well. Here's the 0-2. There's the breaking ball again, but this one is lined into left field for a base hit by Whitaker. So there's the first hit of the ball game for Lancaster on a hanging curve that time from Kern. So a runner at first with nobody out, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Josh Bell.
The third baseman, number 29, Josh Bell.
Kern took a no decision on Tuesday against New Britain. Pitched pretty well, but fell victim to some rough defense in the first inning, allowing 2 unearned runs. Ducks made 2 errors in the first inning of that game. One on the first baseman, Dan Johnson, one on the third baseman, Cody Puckett, as Josh Bell fouls the first pitch off to the third base side for strike 1. And ultimately, one of the runs coming in on Craig Maddox's ball that he was able to reach on the error by Johnson. And then another on an RBI single by Michael Kraus. The only earned run he allowed was on a Greg Golson solo home run leading off the 5th inning. 0-1. Line drive, left center field. That is going to get down for a base hit. And Josh Bell continues to victimize the Ducks. Stopping at second base is Whitaker. Back-to-back singles for the Joshes to start off the second inning. And the Barnstormers in business, 2 on with nobody out.
The sixth position for the Barnstormers, the right fielder, number 44, Sean Holton.
So that'll bring up Sean Holton. Josh Bell has taken it to the Ducks thus far this year, as has Josh Whitaker. In 9 games, Whitaker hitting .353 coming in, 12 hits and 34 at-bats with 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and 5 doubles. First pitch from Kern to Halton. Fastball chopped on the ground here weakly to third. Cody Puckett will field. He'll have 1 play, and it's at first. In time for the out. As good as a sacrifice bunt, although he will not get credit for the sacrifice. But moving up to third base on the play is Whitaker. To second is Bell. 1 out, and up to the plate will step Casey Hobson. Meanwhile, Josh Bell, .323 average in 9 games, 10 hits and 31 at-bats with 3 homers, 9 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. Now, the Ducks have had big-time problems with the Joshes in the season series with Lancaster, which the Barnstormers now lead 5-4. First pitch to Hobson, swung and it popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Cody Puckett giving it a look, but this ball is going to land well back into the seats. And the count goes to 0-1. Hobson, who played first base yesterday as the DH today, at 269 with Lancaster, a home run and 4 runs batted in. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball here misses inside on the hands to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the runner at third, Josh Whitaker. The runner at second is Josh Bell, as the Barnstormers look to take the first lead of the game after the Ducks missed out in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1. Hobson takes a nice curveball over the outside corner. And that is strike 2. Kern ended up allowing 7 hits in 5 innings to New Britain, but only 3 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and struck out 4. Now the Ducks were able to take him off the saddle of the loss as they came back and won 5-4. Here, a broken bat liner to short. It is caught by Matt Wessinger. Big out there for Kern. As Hobson lines to short, no chance for either runner to move up. Keeps the Barnstormers off the scoreboard, and now with 2 on and 2 out, that'll bring up the first baseman, Mike McDade.
Number 54.
So now the infielders can move back, and now a fly ball will not score a run. Whitaker at third does not have great speed, so a fly ball would not necessarily have scored him, although Whitaker does have 5 steals and 6 attempts. Not the speediest of runners. Here is Mike McDade, switch hitter from the left side. First pitch from Bruce Kern is a fastball missing down and in. Knocked him almost to the ground. He had to back up quickly to get his feet out of the way. But fortunately for McDade, it did not hit him. Count is 1-0. McDade on the year at .273 for the Barnstormers, 5 homers and 19 runs batted in. Kern comes set, the 1-0. Big breaking ball by Kern, drops in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. So the Ducks had 2 on with 2 out in the first inning and could not score. We'll see if Kern can strand 2 on here in the second after tossing a 1-2-3 first inning. Josh's lead from second and third with 2 down. 1-1. McDade takes a fastball that missed somewhere. Might have been a little inside. Kevin Baez asked the home plate umpire Frank Urilli where it missed, and he said it was inside, so it's 2-1. Urilli is joined on the base paths today by David Speranza, who is at first base, and Richard Katz, who is over at third. Now Kern's 2-1. McDade swings and grounds it foul to the Ducks dugout on the first base side. Good pitch there by Kern to get the strike. Now the count even up at 2-2. Definitely says a lot about a pitcher if they are able to get an out after not getting a strike call that they feel like they should have. 2-2, breaking ball misses low and outside. McDade would not chase. That'll run the count full at 3-2. First base is open here, so a walk would not bring in a run, but it would load the bases for the 9-hitter and second baseman Lance Sawatsky, one of the more dangerous 9-hitters in the Atlantic League. Here comes the payoff pitch from Kern to McDade. Kicks and fires, and McDade swings and just gets a piece of the breaking ball, fouls it off. So close to strike 3. Now McDade just got a little piece of it off the end of the bat to stay alive. Not sure if it went in and out of the glove of Dowd or just went straight down, but barely grazing it with the bat was McDade. So Whitaker again leads from third and Bell from second. Kern gets the sign from down and comes set. Here's the payoff pitch, and McDade swings and it's a ground ball to second. 2-hopper for Ruben Gotay. He throws to first for the out, and a good job by Bruce Kern. After allowing back-to-back singles to lead off the inning, he keeps the Barnstormers off the scoreboard. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning, still no score.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Scoreless game here at Bethpage Ballpark goes to the bottom of the second inning. It is time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. We mentioned Long Island's offense has been struggling a little bit of late. Ducks hitting just .242 as a team in their last 5 games, .260 in their last 10. And a big reason for that is they are missing 4 key pieces of their lineup right now. They are still finding ways to win. 7-3 in their last 10 games. With the clock as they did earlier in the year. First pitch is a strike to Blake Cody, 0-1. Lou Ford remains out on the disabled list, and Dan Lyons out on the inactive list. They are both dealing with hamstring injuries, but both are edging closer to a return. 0-1. And T. Cody is swinging a miss at a fastball. Good cut, but unable to connect, and it's 0-2. We'll see if either returns at all on this road trip or if it comes during the next homestand for Long Island after the week on the road. 0-2 coming up. Kicking the pitch from Evans, and T. Cody swings. It's a hot shot to first, but fielded on 2 humps by Mike McDade, and he'll take it to the bag himself. So Blake T. Cody is retired for the first out of this second inning. Meanwhile, Sean Burrows is out on the disabled list. He is suffering from some shoulder soreness. And Tyler Colvin on the DL as well. He has a leg injury. No official timetable on the return for either of those two. But again, it sounds as though Ford and Lyons would be the first two back of those 4. Cody Puckett, good to see him in the lineup today. He had missed 2 games to start the series before playing last night. First pitch, and Mike Dowd fouls one over the screen off to our right and upstairs. And the count goes to 0-1. And part of the reason is Kevin Byers has to be careful with him and make sure he keeps getting him some rest. Doesn't want to overdo it, as Puckett is still nursing that tender hamstring that he had injured a few weeks back and has been playing for the most part. But you got to be careful with anybody dealing with hamstring injuries. Kind of a little bit of an unknown in terms of exactly how fit it is, and that is why the Ducks are being careful. 0-1 on the way from Evans to Dowd, and he'll swing and foul one off this time to the first base side upstairs and out of play. Dowd quickly behind it, 0-2. He's hitting .285 on the season for the Ducks. No homers, 16 runs batted in, has been very productive offensively for Long Island at the catcher position, and I'm sure he is certainly receiving some all-star consideration. 0-2 on the way, and he will take a breaking ball here that is in for a called strike 3. A late call there from Frank Urilli, the home plate umpire, or at least a late signal. Third strikeout of the game for Evans, and Dowd retired for the second out of the inning. That'll leave it up to Anthony Vega.
Anthony Vega, number 27.
Should be exciting to see which players get voted in. Dave Collins and I, the Barnstormer broadcaster, were talking about it the other day and how good of parity there is in the Atlantic League this year. There are 3-horse races in both divisions right now with a couple weeks to go in the first half. First pitch here is a breaking ball taken for a strike by Vega. The count 0-1. Right now the Patriots are in first place in the Liberty division. The Ducks just 1 game behind them, and the Bees 5.5 out of first place, but they are still hanging around trying to make a late run. 0-1, and Vega takes a high fastball to even the count at 1-1. Meanwhile, in the Freedom Division, the Revolution are in first place at 31-24. 2.5 games behind them now are the Barnstormers. 3 games in back of first are the Skeeters. So really, again, 3-horse races in both divisions right now. 1-1 on the way. Vega a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Now behind at 1-2. And even the last place team in the Liberty Division, Bridgeport, who has 9 games back, has won 7 of their last 10 games. They are playing much better as a team. And could certainly make some noise in the second half. Very unlikely that they can make enough of a comeback to win the first half, but could definitely be trouble in the second half of the year with the way they are playing. 1-2 to Vega. Fastball taken for a called strike 3 Bell tie. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings for Brian Evans. And the Ducks go down in order in the second. We head to the third here at Bethpage Ballpark. Nothing doing between the Ducks and the Barnstormers.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
On to the third inning. Ducks and the Barnstormers in a scoreless duel here in the final game of this 4-game series. Ducks fans, no better time than right now to sign up the Young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that don't only come with being a member. Lance Sawatsky, a ground ball towards the middle and into center field for a base hit. And that is how the third inning will begin for Lancaster. You can sign up for the Kids Club today by calling 631-940-3825 or by visiting liducks.com. So Sawatsky has the third hit for the Barnstormers, all of them singles. Fifth hit of the ball game between the two teams. Now with one on and nobody out, Charlie Cutler is going to come to the plate. Cutler will bat from the left side. He is the leadoff hitter today for the Barnstormers. Don't typically see catchers in that leadoff spot, but he is there today. Cutler does have some speed and has been getting on base pretty efficiently for Lancaster as the catcher. Definitely worthy of some all-star consideration. See if he tries to bunt the runner over to second here. First pitch does not square and takes a breaking ball off the outside corner for ball one. Cutler a fly out to left his first time up, leading off the game against Bruce Kern. Right-hander will looking for the sign from Dowd as Cutler digs back in. Sawatsky, one steal on the year, but last year had 20 stolen bases for the Stormers. 1-0, swing and a miss, good fastball, and Cutler was way late on it to even the count at 1-1. Cutler has been very good, but has had a tough series here. Now 0 for 9 against the Ducks with a stolen base in this series. Getting the sign and coming set is Bruce Kern. The 1-1 on the way. Fastball missing down and in. A snap throw to first, and just back in there safely. Avoiding the tag of Dan Johnson was the runner Lance Sawatsky, so the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Lancaster had back-to-back singles to open the inning in the second, but Kern got a ground out, a line out to short, and a ground out to second to keep Lancaster off the scoreboard. 2-1 pitch. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Cutler grounds one foul up the first base line, just out of the reach of a fan in the front row. So that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Kern looks for the first out here in the third inning. Mentioned that the Ducks will head on the road. They will head to York, Pennsylvania, where they will battle the Revolution, first place team in the Freedom Division for 3 games. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers will stay on the road. They'll go up to Bridgeport for 3 games Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 2-2, fouled straight back. Kern trying to sneak a fastball by him, and he got a piece to foul it back to the screen. We'll do it again at 2-2. Ducks will be back home again here on Monday, the 27th of June. And we'll open up a 7-game homestand to close out the first half with 4 against York and 3 against Sugar Land. Here's the 2-2 pitch again, breaking ball, and again Cutler just got a piece. Kern has had so many good pitches here in this game, especially with 2 strikes, but the Barnstormers not making it easy, fighting off several pitches with these little foul balls that they just barely get a piece of to stay alive at the plate. So Cutler is still in there with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sawatsky takes his lead at first. We'll see if he takes off at any point during this at bat. 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul ball again. This one straight back to the screen. So Cutler not giving in to Kern here. The right-hander having to dig deep to try and retire the Barnstormer catcher. He was 4 for 13 on the last homestand for Lancaster, but as we mentioned here, he's gone 3 straight games without a hit. Kern gets the sign and comes set. 2-2 once again, and lifted in the air towards the left side of the infield. The shortstop bat Wessinger on the outfield grass makes the catch. And Charlie Cutler is retired for the first out of the third inning. Kevin Harris will now step up to the plate. He's the shortstop and two-hitter from the right side. Stands really filled it very nicely here as the game has gone on. A very good crowd on this Father's Day coming out to the ballpark. Lots of families in attendance today. Of course, it's a Sunday family fun day. First pitch to Aaron's on the way is swung on and tapped foul to the first base side of the plate. 0-1. So a pregame autograph session taking place before the game from 12:50 to 1:05, where fans got to go down on the field and get autographs from their favorite Ducks players. And after the game, kids and kids at heart will get to take part in the Sunday tradition of running the bases here at Bethpage Ballpark. Now the 0-1 from Kern. Kicks and fires, and the fastball here just missing the outside corner, about belt high. Marty Jansen in the dugout throwing his hands up after that last pitch. Just wondering where Kern has to put it to get the strike call. Kevin Baez claps along as the count even up at 1-1. Lance Sawatsky, who opened the inning with a single, continues to take his lead at first. And Kern's 1-1. Breaking ball cut on and missed. There's that 12-6 curve that has so much bite on it. And Kern gets the swing and miss for strike two. Kern impressed last year in his first season with the Ducks. The Yaphank resident, 9-6 with a 3.51 ERA, 40 games, 13 starts. Became a full-time starting pitcher by the end of July. And the 1-2 is a breaking ball. Swung on and missed, strike three, and the ball goes all the way back to the backstop. So Aarons is down on strikes, but because of the wild pitch going down to second base was Sawatsky. And with two outs and the runner at second base, up to the plate is going to step the center fielder, Caleb Gindel. Strikeout number 2 for Bruce Kern on the day. Both of them swinging, so a runner at second with two down is Sawatsky. And here is the center fielder, Caleb Gindel, from the left side. First pitch on the way, and the breaking ball misses a little bit high and outside for ball one. Gindel a strikeout his first time up. That is certainly not easy to do. He is a very good hitter. Came into the day hitting .315. Has been somewhat quiet, though, in this series. And the 1-0 is a fastball taken upstairs for ball two. Gindel 3 hits and 12 at-bats coming into today's action with a double. And had a tough series before it, going 4 of 23, although he did drive in 3 runs during the homestand for the Barnstormers. So it's a 2-0 count. Dangerous pitch coming up here from Kern to Gindel. Looks to second a couple times. Now deals to the plate, and Gindel will take downstairs, and this one will skip away from Dowd. And that is going to allow Sawatsky to head to third. Second wild pitch here for Bruce Kern. This one down in the zone. And skipped past Mike Dowd. So now 3-0 on Gindel. With first base open here. Doesn't look like the Ducks are going to intentionally walk him, but they might be close. Count is 3-0. Here's the pitch. And this one goes back to the backstop too, but it ricochets so quickly back that no chance for the runner to come home from third. So instead it is a walk. And now runners at first and third with 2 men out. And that will bring to the plate Josh Whitaker. So Bruce had a little bit of trouble there, throwing back-to-back wild pitches and another one that sailed back to the backstop. Ultimately, though, it ricocheted so quickly back that there was no chance for Sawatsky to score. So now 2 on with 2 out. Here is Whitaker, the left fielder and cleanup hitter. The first pitch, Kern deals a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one. Second straight inning, the Barnstormers have had 2 on with 2 out. We'll see if Kern can wiggle out of trouble. It's something that the Ducks starters have been doing very consistently of late. Finding ways out of jams. Here's the 0-1. Whitaker takes a fastball here. Again, it misses outside. And Bruce Kern keeps firing that fastball to about the same spot, belt high, outside part of the plate, but has not been getting the call, and it's got to be frustrating for the right-hander. 1-1 pitch on the way. Half swing on a high fastball. They appeal to first, and David Speranza said that Whitaker went around. So Kern gets ahead in the count at 1-2 and is 1 strike away from leaving 2 more on base. Kern gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes from first, and Whitaker fouls this one off back behind the plate. So we will do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball tapped at home plate, but it is foul. Dowd picked it up after it was hit into the dirt with his bare hand, but it was behind the plate. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zawatsky, who opened the inning with a single, leads at third, and Gindel, who drew the 2-out walk, leads at first. Long inning here for Kern. Now the 1-2 again to Whitaker is lifted in the air to right center field. Long run for Delta Cleary Jr. Dives, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a grab by Delta Cleary Jr. in right center field. Full extension dive, and he comes up with a fantastic play to leave 2 on base. Excellent grab for Delta Cleary Jr., who gets a nice ovation from the crowd. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. To the bottom of the third we go, still no score.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Phenomenal diving grab by Delta Cleary Jr. robs Josh Whitaker of an RBI base hit and keeps this ball game scoreless as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And that great catch was the 15th out of today's ball game. And did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. First pitch to Matt Wessinger is a strike over the outside corner. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. So we are still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third. Barnstormers with 3 hits, the Ducks with 2. And here a breaking ball misses down and away. Leaving up the count at 1-1 on the 9-hitter and shortstop Matt Wessinger, coming in at 206 on the year. No homers and 11 runs batted in. From the windup, Evans is 1-1. And this breaking ball drops in for a called strike. And Evans now ahead at 1-2. So the Ducks flashing the leather on that great catch by Cleary Jr., saving Kern of at least 1 earned run, maybe more. 1-2 on the way, and Wessinger fouls this one straight back to the screen. Defensive swing on the fastball, just got a piece of it to stay alive. We'll do it again at 1-2. And if that ball got by Cleary Jr., who knows? Whitaker has okay speed, but not great speed. Probably wouldn't have been able to get it inside the Parker. The 1-2 here is lifted down the right field line. Long run over for Sean Holton towards the line. Won't get it. It lands a base hit. Wessinger turns first and goes to second as the ball hopped slightly past Holton, and he is in with a leadoff double. Good piece of hitting for Wessinger. Took the pitch over the outside part of the plate and pushed it the other way down the right field line. Picks up his 7th double of the year. And the Ducks have the leadoff man on for the first time in this game.
Please report to your vehicle immediately.
Looked like that ball was going to land fair, and Halton raced over, but doesn't have a ton of speed and could not catch up to it in time to make the catch. And then when it bounced, Halton's momentum took him past the baseball, allowing Wessinger the opportunity to make it to second. So runner at second, nobody out. Here is Phelan Lentini. Barnstormers expecting the bunt with the corner infielders in on the grass. Lentini already going to square. Now pulls it back. And Evans' first pitch. Lentini takes the fastball a little high and inside for ball one. Lentini does have 2 sacrifice bunts on the year. And a bunt here would move Wessinger to third if successful with 1 out and leaving a fly ball as a way to get the run in and give the Ducks the early lead. Here's the 1-0 from Evans. And Lentini does not bunt and ends up grounding it to short. Wessinger cannot advance, and the throw over to first in time for the out. Kevin Byers typically does not like to bunt early in games, especially in a scoreless game. So he allows Lentini to swing away, but Lentini grounds out to short. He is now 0 for 2 today and 0 for 10 over the last 2 games. Was 0 for 8 in the doubleheader yesterday. The only time he had reached was on a hit by pitch, the first time he had been hit all year. So Wessinger remains at second now with 1 out. And here is Delta Cleary Jr., who picked up the first hit of the ball game with a single through the right side back in the first inning. From the stretch is Evans. First pitch. And Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball low and inside for ball one. Cleary Jr. with that single the first time up. Came into the game at 269 on the year. And yesterday was 1 of 9 at the plate with a stolen base among the 2 games of the doubleheader. Evans from the stretch, the 1-0. And Cleary Jr. chasing down in the zone, swings and misses for strike 1, and a good block at home plate by Charlie Cutler. Count even at 1-1. Well, we mentioned that Evans started here back on May 5th in game 1 of a doubleheader opposing Bobby Blevins. In that start, through 6 innings of 1-run ball, gave up 2 hits and 3 walks while striking out 6. Had been terrific to start, but allowed all 3 of those walks in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 7-inning game, including the bases loaded walk to Mike Blank that forced home the winning run. Evans kicks here and turns back to second to keep Wessinger close. Wessinger 1 of 2 on the year in the stolen base department. From the stretch, here comes a 1-1. Evans kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. is swinging a little ground ball past the mound to short. Aarons will field and throw on to first just in time to beat Cleary Jr. Wessinger will advance to third on the play. So a couple of groundouts to short after the leadoff double. And now a runner at third with 2 away. And up to the plate will step Ruben Gotay. And somewhat understandable early in the game why you don't necessarily want to bunt. Take your chances with the offense rather than giving the opponent an out, and try and give yourself as many opportunities as you can for a base hit to plate the run. First pitch on the way to Ruben Gotay. He takes a breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. But at the same time, as we mentioned, the Ducks have been struggling a little bit of late in terms of scoring runs. Again, they're hitting just 242 in their last 5 games, 260 in their last 10. So the offense has come back to earth a little bit after the way it was hitting earlier in the half. 1-0 to Gotay. Fastball is taken upstairs again. Now in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Struck out looking his first time up in a 7-pitch at bat. So we'll see if Gotay can get Wessinger home from third. After the Ducks stranded a runner at third base in the first inning. 2-0, way up and outside again. And it's 3-0 now on Gotay. You've got Dan Johnson on deck, came in hitting just 219 on the year, whereas Gotay is hitting 304. But Gotay struck out his first time, and Johnson got a base hit. So we'll see how Evans follows up this 3-0 pitch. On the way, and Gotay takes all the way, and it's delivered on the outside corner for strike 1. So it does not appear that they are pitching around Gotay. Dan Johnson hoping to get an opportunity with 2 on base in the 3rd inning. Scoreless game here at Bethpage Ballpark. And the 3-1 from Brian Evans. Swung on and popped up on the infield towards the pitcher's mound. Brian Evans shading his eyes, now gives way, and it's going to be dropped. It falls on the infield. Into score is Matt Wessinger. And the Ducks have the 1-0 lead. Fourth hit of the game for Long Island. A pop-up in the middle of the infield. Evans looked like he had a beat on it, and it looked as though he had gotten called off last second and ran forward, but ultimately no Barnstormer was able to make the catch. It fell on the infield, and the Ducks are able to strike for the game's first run, and they lead it 1-0. What a break for Long Island. The Barnstormers having a ton of issues with pop-ups in this series. We saw Bell earlier today and yesterday during the day game having trouble on pop-ups down the third base line. And here, that dreaded pop-up in the middle of the infield, where usually the pitcher is not the one that'll end up making the catch. He'll give away to an infielder. But it looked like Evans had the beat on it, ran away last minute, and nobody ended up making the catch. First pitch, Johnson swings and pops this one up. This one is hit to the left side of the infield. The third baseman, Bell, over towards the line, and this time he's able to secure it for the final out of the inning. Not before, though, the Ducks take the lead. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and a runner left on base. They take advantage of the pop-up that fell in the middle of the infield. And we head to the fourth with the Ducks on top of the Barnstormers 1-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, we head to the fourth inning. Ducks have struck for the game's first run. A 2-out pop-up by Ruben Gotay, falling in the middle of the infield, right near the pitcher's mound. Brian Evans called out of the way last second. Mike McDade could not make the catch. He was the closest to it. And the Ducks have the 1-0 lead as Wessinger scored from third on the plate. Josh Bell, first pitch swinging, cuts through a breaking ball from Kern for strike 1. Well, this is the first time in this series that the Ducks score the first run of the ball game. 0-1 is swung on and missed again, down and away. And it is 0-2. First time since Wednesday night, a span of 4 games in which the Ducks score the first run. Down and away and misses. And now 1-2 on Bell, who singled to left his first time up, but was stranded at second base. So the Ducks will take advantage of the miscue, and they get the 1-0 lead. 1-2, popped up, foul, third base side, out of play. Count remains at 1-2 on Bell. Nice catch made by a fan in the stands off on the left field side after it appeared it came back down below off of the roof. Bell having a terrific series, 4 of 11 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. And the 1-2 is a breaking ball here, swung on and missed, strike 3, but the ball caroms away to the third base side. And safe at first base on the strikeout and wild pitch is going to be Josh Bell. So no out. And instead a runner at first base for the Barnstormers. Third wild pitch already for Bruce Kern. That's the third strikeout for the right-hander. but ultimately no out as the runner reaches on the wild pitch. That'll bring up the right fielder, Sean Halton, to the plate as he bats from the right side. Let's see if the Barnstormers can now take advantage of a break that goes their way. First pitch to Sean Halton is a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. As we're in the fourth inning, it is also time for our fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. 0-1. Halton takes a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-2. Yesterday, Bobby Blevins struck out 8 batters for the Barnstormers. In game 1 of the doubleheader, the Ducks tying a season high as a pitching staff with 15 strikeouts, getting 15 Ks against an opponent for the third time this year. 0-2. Breaking ball downstairs for a ball. It's 1-2. It was the first time that Blevins had struck out 8 in a game since July 29th, 2014, when he struck out 8 in 9 innings of work. The question, against which team did he do it? You have one of, obviously, 7 other choices, so we'll let you think about it, and we'll give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning. 1-2. Fastball misses outside, 2-2. But we'll give you a hint. It happened on the road. Did not happen here at Bethpage Ballpark, so we'll let you think about it and give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning. Runner at first, nobody out. It'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Kern kicks and fires, and Halton checks his swing, takes a breaking ball low and outside, and the count has gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Kern's pitch count slowly rising up to 61 now for the game after that long third inning. He's gotten into a few deep counts here in this ball game that have knocked his pitch count up. Now the payoff pitch coming. Bell does not go, and Halton takes low and outside, ball 4. So a strikeout, but a wild pitch allows a runner to reach. Now after getting ahead 0-2 on Sean Halton, Bruce Kern allows the walk. Second walk given up by the righty today. And there are now 2 men on with nobody out for the Barnstormers in the fourth inning. And the last thing you want to do as a Ducks starter after your team gets a run on the board, especially in the way that they got it, is give up a run right back. First pitch here is popped up foul back behind the plate. This will go out of play. Off to the third base side, and the count goes to 0-1. Ducks out hitting the Barnstormers 4-3. Here's the 0-1. Fastball slashed. Just foul down the third base line. And so the count is now 0-2. Good solid contact made there by Casey Hobson. A bullet down the left field line. And nobody really had given the signal as to whether or not it was fair or foul. And eventually Frank Urelli, the home plate umpire, said foul. Now the 0-2 from Kern. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got Hobson to chase down and in. Big first strikeout of the inning from Kern. Technically second of the inning. Fourth of the game, but a big first out in the inning. So 1 away. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Mike McDade. Runner at second base is Josh Bell. The runner at first base is Sean Halton. First pitch here to McDade, and he swings and pops this one up. Left side of the infield, the shortstop, Matt Wessinger, shading his eyes from the sun. In shallow left field, he'll make the catch. Infield fly rule was in effect. So even if he dropped it, that would have been out. That is the second out of the inning.
Second base, number 7, Lance Zawitzki, number 7.
And with 2 outs, that is going to bring up the second baseman, Lance Zawatsky, who will bat from the left side. Well, Kern got out of a first and second no-out jam in the second inning, getting 3 straight outs with 2 men on. Let's see if he can do it again here in the fourth and leave 2 more Barnstormer runners on base. First pitch on the way to Zawatsky, and he takes a big breaking ball that misses low. Count goes to 1-0 on Zawatsky, who singled to center his first time up, leading off the third inning. Made it to third on a couple of wild pitches, but was stranded there when Josh Whitaker was robbed of an extra base hit on a terrific line drive diving catch by Delta Cleary Jr. 1-0. And Kern misses again with the fastball down and in. Again, thought he had a strike. But Frank Urilli's had a fairly tight strike zone with him today. All of Kern's 4 strikeouts have been swinging. 2 balls, no strikes. Kern gets the sign and comes set. The runners lead from first and second. And the pitch to Zawatsky is a fastball that just misses outside here. And boy, Bruce Kern cannot believe it on the mound right now. And slams the rosin bag in disgust after not getting the call on that last pitch. Now behind a 3-0. He's got to be careful here. You don't want to make a mistake and have Zawatsky hit it hard. 3-0. And the fastball misses low, ball 4. So that is the 3rd walk issued by Bruce Kern, 2nd of the inning. That is going to load up the bases with 2 out. And it'll bring up Charlie Cutler, the catcher. Might be a good idea here for either Mike Dowd or one of the Ducks coaches to go out and possibly talk with Kern just to try and settle him down. Obviously, it is very frustrating for any pitcher when you feel like you're making the right pitches and not getting the calls that you're looking for, but you cannot let it affect how the rest of the inning goes. And now 3 have reached in the inning on a wild pitch off of a strikeout and 2 walks. First pitch here to Charlie Cutler, and that fastball gets a strike call over the inside corner. 0-1. Cutler is 0 for 2 in the game with a fly out to left and a pop up to short, and now 0 for 10 in this series. Bell leads at 3rd, Halton at 2nd, Zawatsky at 1st with 2 men out. 0-1 on the way, and Cutler takes a breaking ball that misses low. Evens things up at 1-1. And Kern now up to 72 pitches on the afternoon because of all these extra pitches he's had to throw. From the wild pitch on the strikeout and now a pair of walks. Ducks clinging to a 1-0 lead. Here's the 1-1 from the right-hander. Cutler takes inside on a fastball, came close to him, but just missed. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put Cutler here. So cannot afford a walk. It would tie the game. You have the dangerous Kevin Aarons on deck, although he's 0 for 2 today. Cutler digs back in as Kern looks in for the sign from Dowd. Gets the pitch he likes and comes set. The 2-1 on the way. Cutler swings and pops it up foul. 3rd base side. Cody Puckett over towards the stands. On the warning track. Makes the catch right in front of the 3rd base camera well. And that will retire the side. So again, Bruce Kern is able to wiggle out of trouble. 2 walks and a strikeout wild pitch. Load up the bases. But he is able to get out of the inning with no trouble. So no runs again for the Barnstormers. No hits in the inning. They leave 3 men on base and have left 7 for the game. And through 3.5, the Ducks still in front by a count of 1-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren Downs, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Bruce Kern leaves the bases loaded. We go to the bottom half of inning number 4. Long Island Ducks still in front 1-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers. It is time for the answer to today's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Gave you the question in the top half of the inning, and it revolved around Duck starter Bobby Blevins, who struck out 8 in yesterday's first game of the doubleheader. Cody Puckett to the plate. He takes a strike over the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Puckett a ground out to third his first time up with 2 men on and 2 out in the first inning. It was the first time Blevins had struck out 8 yesterday since July 29, 2014. 0-1, breaking balls, grounded hard but foul, third base side, 0-2. We wanted to know which team he struck out 8 against in 9 innings of work that day. We gave you a hint that it was not at home, that it was on the road. Not that that really helps, but you have a 1 in 7 chance of getting it right. And the answer was the Bridgeport Bluefish, one of the 2 teams the Ducks will see on the upcoming road trip when they head to York and Bridgeport this week. 0-2, and Puckett takes the breaking ball low and away. Ducks won that game 4-2 in 11 innings, scoring twice in the 11th against Winston Abreu. A sac bunt by Cody Puckett and an error allowed Adam Bailey to score after he had opened the inning with a double. And then Joe Ashbrodeen later with an RBI single that scored Puckett. Here's the 1-2. Fastball here, misses outside, 2-2. And Bobby Blevins that day threw 9 innings of 2-run ball, gave up 7 hits and did not walk a batter. Struck out 8, was in a terrific pitcher's duel that day with DJ Mitchell. And ultimately Brett Lauren got the win with 2 scoreless innings of relief. Be a 2-2 from Evans to Puckett. Long look in here to home plate, now he's ready. The kick and the pitch, Puckett swings, pops it up foul, back behind the plate. Chasing back to the screen is Cutler, but he'll run out of room as this lands a couple rows back behind the plate. That'll keep the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a little flashback there to 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years. A little bit less. Puckett with the ground out, as we mentioned, his first time up. Played in his first game of the series last night and had a couple of hits in 4 at-bats along with a run. Evans working very slowly on the mound and now ready to deal a 2-2. Fires to the plate and Puckett fouls it back again upstairs. Ball stays up top. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Evans, by the way, thus far has thrown a total of 54 pitches, 40 for strikes. Fairly efficient to this point of the ball game. And gave up an unfortunate run for him in the 3rd inning on the 2-out pop-up by Ruben Gotay that fell on the pitcher's mound, scoring Matt Wessinger from 3rd. 2-2, and Puckett fouls it back to the backstop. A defensive swing on a breaking ball down in the zone. Just got a piece to fight it off. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evans picked up the win against the Ducks on June the 2nd in Lancaster. Gave up 4 runs and 9 hits over 6 innings, but only walked 1 and struck out 9. 2-2 the count still. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up from Evans to Puckett. Puckett will take low and outside on a fastball to run the count full. Good at-bat here for Cody Puckett. Fighting off 3 2-strike foul balls and able to work the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Evans looks in for the sign and comes set. Working out of the windup. Here's the 3-2 on the way, and Puckett will swing and miss for strike 3, chasing a fastball low and away. So on the 9th pitch of the at-bat, Evans picks up the strikeout, his 5th of the ball game. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Number 6.
So Evans has kept the Ducks off balance for the most part today, although has given up the only run of the game and 4 hits. Has not walked a batter, no surprise there. And now with 5 strikeouts. First pitch coming up here to Blake T. Cody. And the left-hander swings and misses on a breaking ball out in front. Count 0-1. T. Cody has just seemed a little bit off with his swing for the majority of the year. Came into the day hitting just .227 on the season and grounded out to first. He's had some big hits in his season thus far, though. The 0-1 is on the inside corner for a called strike. Did not agree, and now the count is 0-2. Trying to start to get on a hot streak here. He had one little stretch where he started to get his average up close to 250, but then got cool again. Missed all 3 games against New Britain. Now the 0-2 from Evans, and T. Cody takes a breaking ball down in the dirt. Did not chase. So there's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the designated hitter, T. Cody, with Mike Dowd waiting on deck. Bases empty, 1 down. The 1-2 pitch. T. Cody way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Strike 3. Make it 6 Ks for Evans, and quickly 2 down in the 4th.
Number 29, Mike Dowd, number 29.
So with 2 outs and the bases empty, that is going to leave it up to the catcher, Mike Dowd. As Long Island looking to extend this 1-0 lead. T. Cody is now 2 of 11 in the series. And here is Dowd to the plate, the righty hitting catcher. Step in after striking out, looking his first time up. Evans a long look in again to home plate. And the first pitch on the way to Dowd is a breaking ball taken up high, 4-1. So Evans has struck out 6 batters in this game, and of the 6, 3 have been swinging, 3 have been looking. Time is called here after another long look in. Evans now ready in the 1-0. Pitch is swung and line into center, well hit. Going back is Caleb Gindel, still on his horse in center, and he makes the running catch. Tough break there for Mike Dowd, who hit it right on the button to deep center field, but hit to the deepest part of the ballpark, and Gindel, who has good speed in center, able to make the grab for the final out of the inning. Ducks go down 1-2-3. We will head to the 5th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island still in front of Lancaster, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Nicolot Pavers. Pave your way.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trouttown Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trouttown Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. To the 5th inning we go. 1-0. Ducks out in front of the Lancaster Barnstormers. Michael Pollock here at Bethpage Ballpark, bringing you all the action. Thanks so much for joining me here on this Father's Day. A happy Father's Day to all of those celebrating. Ducks trying to win the final game of this homestand and of this 4-game series. And they have the 1-0 lead on Gotai's pop-up that fell in on the infield back at inning number 3. Fans chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company Gourmet Iced Coffee, which is available at the concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. Kevin Aarons to lead off, shortstop and 2-hitter for the Barnstormers. Bruce Kern's first pitch to him is a breaking ball cut on and missed. And the count 0-1. Leadoff man has reached base in each of the last 3 innings. A single in the second by Whitaker, a single in the third by Zawatsky, and the strikeout wild pitch of Bell in the 4th. 0-1. And a breaking ball misses outside here, taken by Kevin Aarons. Count is 1-1. Aarons 0 for 2 today. A fly out to right in the first and a strikeout swinging in the third. Here's the 1-1. Kern kicks and fires. Breaking ball is taken low. 2 balls and a strike now on Aarons, who is now 4 of 15 in this series with a stolen base. He has hit safely in 6 straight games coming in, hitting 11 for 24 during the stretch. 2-1. Half swing on a ball inside. They appeal to first. And David Speranza said that he went around. Butch Hobson cannot believe it. Got out of the top step of the dugout and screaming down at first base. But he could not believe the call. So the count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here a line drive in the air to shallow center. On the run, Delta Cleary Jr. is going to have to play it on a hop. So Cleary Jr., who made a terrific diving catch earlier in the game, this time could not catch up to it. And now 4 straight innings the leadoff man has reached against Bruce Kern.
Center fielder number 15, Caleb Gindo, number 15.
So Kevin Aarons is on with a base hit to center field, and it looks like here is having a couple words with David Speranza, the first base umpire, about that check swing. So 1 on, nobody out here is Caleb Gindo. And here Gindo hits a fly ball in the air to left center field. This time Anthony Vega will get over and be able to make the catch on the liner. So Gindo retired for the second time today. He's now 0 for 2 with a walk and a quick first out.
30, Josh Whitaker, number 30.
So up to the plate step, Josh Whitaker, the left fielder, in the cleanup spot of the order. 1 for 2 today with a base hit leading off the second. Kern comes set, and his first pitch, big curveball, misses high and inside for ball 1. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll head to Bridgewater, New Jersey first, where the Somerset Patriots leading against Southern Maryland yet again, 2-1 the score, top half of the 7th inning. Here comes a 1-0. Kern fires, Whitaker swings, pops it up. Right side of the infield, Dan Johnson, the first baseman, racing back into fair territory. He's able to make the catch. Boy, that wind really took that ball. It looked like that was going to be right at first base on the pop-up, and that wind that is blowing hard from right to left blew it right back into fair territory towards the pitcher's mound. And Johnson still was able to come up with it for the second out. That'll bring up Josh Bell, the third baseman. Patriots today started Darren Gorski. Kyler Newby since has come out of the bullpen. Brian Burr is starting for Southern Maryland. He is still pitching. Patriots thus far with an RBI from Vinny Cirillo and runs from Matt Fields and Trayvon Robinson. Darby Myers has the lone RBI for Southern Maryland as here Bell lines a base hit to right. Boy, is he feasting on Ducks pitching. Big turn at second, but a stop there by the runner Kevin Aarons. So Bell has his second hit of the ball game, and he is now 2 for 3 and reached on the strikeout wild pitch in the 4th inning. And again, Kern is in a pickle. Bell is now 6 for 14 in this series. And with 2 on and 2 out, up to the plate is going to step the right fielder, Sean Halton. Well, the Barnstormers have had trouble getting the runs in this game because they have left so many men on base. 7 over the first 4 innings. And the first pitch here to Sean Halton is a fastball taken inside for ball 1. Halton in this game, a ground out to third back in the 2nd inning and a walk in the 4th. Aarons takes his lead at second, Bell at first with 2 down. Kern steps off the rubber and will go through the signs again. From the stretch, the 1-0. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. New Britain Bees in action today. They trail the Skeeters 3-1, bottom of the 5th inning up at New Britain Stadium. Jake Hale on the mound for Sugarland, Brian Dupre for New Britain. Michael Krause has driven in the only run for the Bees. 3 RBIs leading the way for the Skeeters by Travis Scott. 1-1 on the way to Halton in the righty-righty matchup. A breaking ball lifted into center field. Delta Cleary Jr. jogging in. Gets to the spot, makes the catch, and Kern does it again. 2-1 with 2 outs. He gets the fly out to center, and Bruce Kern has stranded 9 Barnstormer runners over the first 5 innings of this game. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more left on base. We're halfway through on this Sunday afternoon, and the Ducks still in front 1-0.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Bruce Kern wiggles out of trouble again. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the Ducks still in front by a count of 2-0. And it is going to be Casey Hobson, Mike McDade, and Lance Zawatsky who will come up to the plate in the 6th inning. But first, the Ducks will have an opportunity to try and extend the 1-0 lead. And for Long Island, Anthony Vega, Matt Wessinger, and Phelan Lentini, 8, 9, and 1 in the order, coming up to bat. First pitch on the way, and the fastball is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. The count 0-1. Finishing up on the out-of-town scoreboard, Bridgeport leads York 6-3, top of the 5th inning at Peoples Bank Park. Jonathan Albaladejo for Bridgeport. Michael Click started for York, but has been replaced by Mariel Checo. A breaking ball here, a check swing by Vega. He did not go around. So the count even at 1-1. Bluefish being led offensively by Anthony Giansanti and Wellington Dotel, who each have 2 RBIs. Guzman, Perez, and Burgess have each driven in runs thus far for the Revolution. There's the 0-2, and Vega takes a fastball low and inside, runs the count to 1-2. Vega struck out in his first at-bat, looking back in the 2nd inning. Ducks went in order in the 4th after taking the lead in the 3rd. Evans works out of the windup, and the 1-2. Vega takes way high and outside. Check that the count is 3-1 here. Three balls and a strike on Anthony Vega. Bell, the third baseman, playing just behind the grass at third. The 3-1 on the way. Vega swings, fouls it over the screen, back behind the plate. And so the count is 3-2. Breaking ball here. Vega takes low and inside. That is ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Anthony Vega. For the first time since the 3rd inning, the Ducks have the leadoff man on. It's the first walk of the game issued by Evans. And Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So with 1 on and nobody out, here is the shortstop, Matt Wessinger, to the plate, batting from the right side. He had doubled and scored back in the 3rd inning. A liner down the right field line on his double that just stayed fair. Evans out of the stretch now. A long look at a home plate and time is called, and you can bet he's going to probably do what he did back in the 1st inning when Delta Cleary Jr. reached on a single, and that is keep a close eye on him Vega with 10 steals this year in 12 attempts, second most steals on Long Island, behind Phelan Lentini, who has 15. Wessinger squared to bunt, ran up but pulled back and took a ball low. So the count goes to 1-0. Wessinger on the season has laid down 4 sacrifice bunts, and now in the 5th inning, Kevin Baez asking him potentially to lay down another to try and get Vega into scoring position for Lentini. Throw over, and Vega is back safely. So the Ducks looking to add to a 1-0 lead. They're being out hit 5-4 in this game, but Bruce Kern has gotten out of many jams today. Has left 9 Barnstormer runners on base. Throw over, and again back safely is Anthony Vega. Wessinger with that double in his first at-bat of the day. Now is 2 of 9 in this series. Yesterday had gone 1 for 5 combined in the doubleheader. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. Way out in front was Wessinger on a breaking ball down in the zone. Actually might have been a foul ball that caught the catcher, Charlie Cutler. So Frank Urilli, the home plate umpire, goes out to the mound to give the baseball to Brian Evans. And having a chat there to eat up some time as Cutler walks off, I guess, any pain that he had off of that last pitch. Didn't see where the foul ball caught him, if it was indeed a foul ball. But it appears to be okay after Urilli gives him a chance to catch his breath. So Wessinger will dig back in with the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Vega takes his lead at first base with excellent speed. Being held on there by McDade. Here's the 1-1. Wessinger squares the bunt and puts it foul up the third base line. So Wessinger is unable to get the bunt down. And now the count is 1-2. So Wessinger will dig back in here after Vega reaches on the leadoff walk. And now likely will be swinging away with the fact that there are already 2 strikes in the count. Coming set is Evans. Here's the 1-2. Runner goes. Pitch is taken up high for a ball. The throw down to second base, not in time. The second baseman, Zawatsky, tried to field it and slap the tag down, but Denver came up with it cleanly, and that is stolen base number 11 for Anthony Vega. Or did they say that it was a called strike 3? I didn't even realize that. They apparently called strike 3 there on Wessinger. I thought that was a ball high and inside. He never made the call right away. It must have been a late strike call. So Wessinger retired on a strikeout. And for Evans, that is his 7th of the ball game. But the stolen base allows Vega to take second. And now Butch Hobson out of the dugout for a conversation with the right-hander Brian Evans and the rest of the infield. Something we see Hobson do very often during the course of games. Likes to come out at any random point and have a conversation with the right-hander or whoever is on the mound. Make sure he knows the task at hand and the approach that they want to take on the hitter coming up, especially when a runner gets in a scoring position. So up to the plate steps Phelan Lentini with a runner at first base, runner at second base, and 1 out. And here is Lentini from the right side, 0 for 2 in the game. Having a tough series here against his former team. After he had a 5-hit game against them previously this year. First pitch, Lentini takes a fastball that misses low and inside. And the count goes to 1-0. Lentini is now 2 of 12 in this series. Had a good start with a 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored in the first game of the series. But 0 for 8 yesterday with a hit by pitch and 0 for 2 today. Here's the 1-0. Lentini swings, lines one in the air to right center field. Caleb Gindel is on the run, and he is able to make the catch. Vega went back to second base, but unable to tag. He had already started to go about halfway on the line drive. and ultimately could not retreat in time to think about tagging. So Lantini is over 3. And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the center fielder, Delta Cleary Jr.
Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So the Ducks, after the leadoff walk and stolen base, still have Anthony Vega at second with 2 men out now. Here's Cleary Jr., who is 1 for 2 on the day with a single to right back in the first and a ground out to short in the third. Evans looking in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes and comes set. Looks to second, kicks and turns back there just to keep Vega close. Very unlikely you'll see Vega try to take third here with 2 outs. You never want to make the last out of an inning at third base, and with his speed, a base hit would get him in, unless it is an infield single. Now the first pitch to Cleary Jr. And the fastball is right in for a strike. Count 0-1. Evans at 76 pitches now, 53 for strikes. Meanwhile, for Bruce Kern, he is at 86. 56 for strikes, so we'll see if Kevin Baez sends him back out for the 6th inning. I think he might try and get one more inning out of him. We'll see, though. Here comes an 0-1, and Cleary Jr. taking inside this time on another fastball to even the count at a ball and a strike. Vega will take his lead at second. Cleary Jr., by the way, 1 for 2 today, is now 4 for 15 in the series with an RBI and 2 stolen bases. Yesterday was 1 for 9 in the doubleheader with a steal. So it'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming up from the right-hander. Set at the belt, kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. swings, lifts this one in the air down the third base line. Long run for Josh Bell. He will not be able to make the play. It lands foul, though. And one hops into the seats. And now Cleary Jr. behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Evans has gotten ahead of Cleary Jr., trying to keep the Ducks off the scoreboard in the 5th inning after walking the leadoff man Anthony Vega for his first walk of the game. Evans steps back up onto the rubber and looks in for the sign from his catcher, Charlie Cutler. Gets the pitch he likes and comes set. Vega leads at second with 2 down, and the 1-2 to Cleary Jr. is low and inside on a fastball. Leaving things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Cleary Jr. reaches, Ruben Gotay, who was driven in the only run of the game, waits on deck. Be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Evans is ready. Pitch on the way, and Cleary Jr. swings. It's a ground ball towards short. Kevin Aaron's tough hop, bobbles it, and he'll have no play. It was going to be a tough play, but Kevin Aaron's juggled the baseball. And on the E6, Delta Cleary Jr. is able to reach. And the Ducks now with runners at first and third with 2 men out. And up to the plate is going to step up Ruben Gotay. So first and third in the inning with 2 men out. First error of the ball game for Lancaster. We'll see if the Ducks can take advantage. Evans comes set. First pitch. Gotay takes the fastball low. And the count goes to 1-0. So Cleary Jr. on for the second time in this game, albeit not a hit. He has good speed. It would have been a close play, but I think if he comes up with it cleanly, probably has Cleary Jr. at first. It was a routine 2-hopper, and it just kind of short-hopped him, and he couldn't come up with it cleanly. That's going to be the 7th error of the year for Aarons. 1-0 to Gotay is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. That'll even things up at 1-1. Gotay got the RBI in the 3rd inning on the pop-up in the middle of the infield. That ended up falling in when Evans ran out of the way last second thinking that somebody had called him off. And it ended up falling just away from the glove of a diving Mike McDade. 1-1 coming to Ruben Gotay, and he asked for time at home plate. So a big moment in the ball game here. It is the bottom of the 5th inning. The Ducks have a 1-run lead. Lancaster obviously does not want to fall behind further, considering they have left so many on against Bruce Kern. But he has been giving the Ducks a chance to win this one. And now the 1-1. Gotay taking a fastball that misses down and in. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Evans thought he had a strike on that last pitch. Took a long look in. But Gotay now ahead in the count against the right-hander. Good speed on the bases with Vega at third and Cleary Jr. at first. Seeing if the Ducks can take advantage after the miscue by Aarons. 2-1. And Gotay hits a high pop-up in the air to the right side of the infield. First baseman Mike McDade making the call. He will make the catch. And so the Ducks are unable to take advantage of the error by Aarons, and the side retired in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, an error, a walk, 2 men left for Long Island. We have played 5 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks still in front, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglinY.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
All Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. So the Ducks lead is still 1-0 as Brian Evans gets Ruben Gotay to pop out to first with runners at the corners and 2 down. Ducks have now left a total of 5 men on base over 5 innings. The Barnstormers have left 9, all in the last 4 innings. And that is why the score remains 1-0 at this point. Neither side really has been able to get a ton going offensively in terms of run production, but they've had guys on base multiple times throughout. Breaking ball from Kern misses a little bit high and outside for ball 1 as we begin in the 6th. Kern again was at 86 pitches to start the inning. And the 1-0 to Hobson. High and outside again. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Hobson a line out to short back in the 2nd inning and a strikeout swinging in the 4th. Makes him now 3 of 13 in this series with a run batted in. A 2-0. And Kern misses again outside on a fastball. He's already walked 3 today. And does not want to walk the leadoff man in the 6th, trying to protect a 1-run lead. But it's behind at 3 balls and no strikes. Kicks and deals, and Hobson taking a strike this time on the outside corner. So the count goes to 3-1. Mike McDade and Lance Sawatsky will follow. 7, 8, and 9 in the order due up this inning for the Barnstormers. And the 3-1 pitch, swinging a foul ball over the screen, up over our head and up upstairs, and then comes back down below. Thankfully fell down below into an empty section, or an empty seat, I should say, not an empty section. Lots of fans in front of us, but an empty seat. 3-2 is a high fly ball to right. Phelan Lantini drifting over towards his right, shading his eyes from the sun. He can't see it, and it ends up dropping in right field. Boy, the sun is hurting everybody today, and that's going to be a base hit for the Barnstormers as Lantini had trouble fighting the sun, ends up falling in. 6th hit of the game for the Barnstormers, and the leadoff man is on here in the 6th inning. Lantini looked like he had a beat on it off the bat and then lost it in the sun, was shading his eyes from it, couldn't see it, and then ended up falling on the grass. So now the Barnstormers have the man on, and again, it's now 5 innings in a row where the leadoff man has got on against Kern. First pitch here to Mike McDade, and he'll swing and foul one off at the plate. Runs the count 2-0-1. Little dribbler up the third base side. I think it hit off the glove of Dowd and then kicked that way. So Kern will have to dig deep once again after he thought he was going to finally have an out to start an inning. Lantini could not find the baseball in the sunshine. Here's the 0-1, and McDade taking a breaking ball that misses way high and outside. The count even at 1-1. Third baseman Cody Puckett well off the bag at third with the lefty hitter at the plate. Kern comes set, runner leads at first. And the 1-1, McDade a swing and a miss, late on the fastball. Good pitch there from Kern and gets ahead at 1-2. McDade 0 for 2 today, bounced to second, pop to short. It's now 1 of 10 in this series. Here's the 1-2 on the way from Kern. Breaking ball misses high and inside. Turns out of the way of it does McDade, and it's 2-2. If Kern is able to get through this inning, think it would be his last inning. The big key is getting through, and clearly at this stage of the game with the amount of pitches he's thrown, I'm sure starting to feel a little bit of fatigue, especially on a warm Sunday afternoon. The 2-2, swinging a pop-up. Left side, the third baseman Cody Puckett on the warning track near the stands will run out of room. This will go back into the crowd. Goes into the seats about 3 or 4 rows back down the left field line behind the tarp. So it keeps the count even at 2-2, and boy, if you're a hitter, just try and hit the ball in the air, and who knows. Right now, the wind and the sun are making it very difficult for the infielders and outfielders today. So again, a 2-2 coming to McDade. Runner breaks for first, got an excellent jump. The breaking ball misses low and inside, and not even a chance for a play at second, as Hobson got such a good break on it. So the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the runner in scoring position with nobody out. As Hobson gets the steal, payoff pitch. McDade swings and grounds one to short. Runner taking off for third. Wessinger throws there, and the tag from Puckett. He is out. Excellent play by Wessinger, who made a perfect throw to Cody Puckett. Bad base running there from Casey Hobson. And I'm sure he'll hear that from his father, who also happens to be his manager. And that is the first out of this 6th inning. So the fielder's choice on the play will go 6-5 to get Casey Hobson out at third. And usually you're told on a ground ball hit in front of you to never break for third. And this one wasn't necessarily hit in front of him, but a routine, fairly quick 2-hopper to Matt Wessinger. And he made a good throw to Cody Puckett to get the runner sliding in on the play. So here's Lance Owatsky to the plate. First pitch, and he swings and lifts this one down the left field line, slicing towards the corner. Vega on the run. Will run out of room as this lands foul down the left field line. And the count goes to 0-1. So Watsky has been on base twice in this game. He singled to center back in the 3rd inning and drew a walk in the 4th. And never was able to make it around the home plate as the Barnstormers still without a run. So Zawatsky digs back in. 0-1 coming up from Kern. Kicks and fires. Zawatsky taking a breaking ball low and outside. Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Zawatsky with his single and walk today has increased his numbers to 5 of 13 on the series. He had a home run here 2 games ago. I should say 2 days ago on Friday night. 1-1. Big curveball by Kern. Drops in for a strike. Still has some pretty good bite on that breaking ball. And he gets ahead of Zawadzki at 1-2. Charlie Cutler waiting in the on-deck circle. He will get an opportunity to come up, barring a double play. McDade leads it first with 1 down, 1-2. Fouled right back to the screen behind home plate. So with 1 out, the count remains 1-2 on Zawadzki. Barnstormers have had runners on in every inning except the first inning, but they have left 2 men on in the second, 2 on in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. And that is why they still trail in this game. Another 1-2, and Zawadzki pops one up to third, drifting back Cody Puckett, and he'll make the catch on the infield to retire Zawadzki for the second out of the inning.
Back to the top of the order for the Barnstormers.
So 2 away for Lancaster. And that is going to leave it up to the catcher, Charlie Cutler, who will stand in from the left side. Cutler today is 0 for 3. A tough series continuing for him, as he is now 0 of 11 in the series. Has hit the ball in the air all 3 times, which on a day like today, not necessarily a bad idea with that wind blowing hard from right to left and the sunshine that has given the fielders fits today. But he's been retired all 3 times he has hit it in the air. And stands at the plate with McDade at first and 2 down. First pitch, and the breaking ball misses low and inside. Count goes to 1-0. Cutler a fly out to left in the first, a pop up to short in the third, and a foul pop up to third in the fourth. So he's hit the ball the opposite way all 3 times, but has nothing to show for it. Infield, though, playing straight away for him. Puckett a little bit further off the bag at third. Johnson obviously holding on the runner at first, and here Cutler fouls one off to the third base side into the crowd. And that'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks leading 1-0. Barnstormers looking to tie up this game with the runner at first and 2 down, the 1-1. And this is fouled off again to the left side of the field, out of play. Cutler now behind 1-2. By the way, on the Major League scoreboard, it's the Braves leading the Mets 5-0, top half of the 8th inning. A home run in the game from Nick Markakis, his second of the year. Starters were Jacob deGrom for the Mets and Julio Teheran for the Braves, who has pitched very well. The Yankees, meanwhile, have a 2-0 lead over the Twins, middle of the 5th inning at Target Field. Brian McCann has homered for the Yankees, his 9th of the year. Swing and a miss by Cutler at the breaking ball from Kern. Strike 3 for Bruce Kern. He picks up his 5th strikeout of the ball game, and again is able to strand a runner. 10 left for the Barnstormers. No runs, 1 hit in the inning, and 1 left on base. 5.5 through, and it is the Ducks still on top of the Barnstormers, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
On to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ducks have a 1-0 lead. We talked about it earlier, but the Ducks will head on the road starting tomorrow. They will open up a 7-game road trip, 3 in York, 4 in Bridgeport. We'll be in York tomorrow with all the action from Peoples Bank Park starting at 6:15 p.m. First pitch at 6:30. You'll be able to follow all the action for all 3 games of that series on the Ducks official YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Ducks will then head to Bridgeport, and then they return home on Monday, June the 27th. They'll face the Revolution again for 4 games here on Long Island. And the first game of that series on the 27th will be Health Night presented by Northwell Health, the 10th annual Health Night here at the ballpark with the first 3,000 fans in attendance. Getting commemorative T-shirts. Dan Johnson will lead off in the 6th. He takes the strike on a breaking ball from Evans, 0-1. It's also the first La Vida Massage Monday of the season. 0-1 on the way. And a breaking ball taken inside, 1-1. So there will be free massages offered on the concourse here at Bethpage Ballpark, and a lucky fan will win a special prize package courtesy of La Vida Massage of Smithtown, who is the official skincare partner and massage therapy partner of the Ducks. Johnson takes a changeup outside. It's 2-1 on the lefty hitting first baseman, who has singled and popped to third in his 2 at-bats this afternoon. Ducks being out hit right now 6-4 by Lancaster, but leading the run column 1-0. Here's the 2-1. Johnson taking high again. That'll run the count to 3-1. And Johnson will be followed by Puckett and T. Cody. You have to think Kern is probably done after 6 scoreless innings, 108 pitches on the day. Good pitch coming, or potentially a good pitch coming up to hit for Johnson. 3-1, and he swings and fouls it back behind the plate. Got jammed on it and fought it off back upstairs, so the count full at 3-2. 3-1, always a dangerous pitch for a pitcher. Good hitters count. Pitcher does not want to walk the leadoff hitter, of course. And so the hitter can potentially see a good pitch to hit. But Johnson fought it off, and now a 3-2 coming up. Evans kicks and fires, and this one outside and high, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Jan Johnson. Second walk of the game issued by Brian Evans. It's a municipal credit union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So a good start for Long Island in the 6th. Let's see what they can do with it. Cody Puckett will now step up to the plate. That is the 3rd time in this game the Ducks have gotten the leadoff man on base. And 2nd straight inning with a leadoff walk. Here is Puckett, who was 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to 3rd and a strikeout swing. Had a good at-bat last time up, but chased down and away for strike 3. First pitch on the way, and Puckett will swing and pop it up. Foul, first base side. This is going to drift back into the seats. About 4 rows back in section 104 to the right of the section directly behind home plate. He took a big hop off the concrete and bounced up into the box seats. So the count 0-1 on Puckett. Mentioned yesterday, had 2 hits and 4 at-bats in the nightcap, along with scoring the only run of the game for Long Island. Johnson leads it first. 0-1 from Evans, and Puckett will swing and pop it into center field. Shallow. Going out is Aarons, coming in is Gindel. Still coming on Gindel. He slides, and did he make the catch? He did. Excellent grab in center field by Caleb Gindel. A sliding catch to rob Cody Puckett of a hit. And there's the first out of the 6th inning. Could not tell whether he caught it or trapped it. But David Speranza, the first base umpire, ran out there and made the call that he caught it. And so that is the first out of the inning. Looking at a replay, definitely looks like he caught it. That is a terrific catch right above the grass. That Gindel made that grab. Definitely a catch on replay. So that is the first out. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Blake T. Cody. Lefty hitter, the first pitch, taken outside, ball 1. What a break that would have been if that had fallen. The Ducks would have had 2 on with nobody out, trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Instead, it's 1 on and 1 out. Pitch on the way. He's taken outside. That runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes on Blake T. Cody. Was 0 for 2 today. A ground out to first and a strikeout in his 2 at-bats. Did not play in all 3 games against New Britain. Back in the lineup again today, 2-0. And he swings and fouls it straight back to the screen. Runs the count to 2-1. Kevin Byers wanted to give T. Cody some rest, hoping that would spark him at the plate. It's been a tough go of it this season thus far for T. Cody, who is now 2 of 11 in this series with a double. Nearly drove in the winning run yesterday with a base hit to right in the 9th inning, but Gotay was thrown out at the plate by Sean Halton. 2-1. And T. Cody checks the swing. He takes a fastball high and outside. So T. Cody now ahead at 3-1. He certainly will take the walk here to put 2 on with 1 out. You have Mike Dowd waiting in the on-deck circle. Evans now is at 96 pitches for the game, 62 for strikes, so he might be hitting the end of his day. Here comes a 3-1, and T. Cody takes high and outside, ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning thus far for Brian Evans. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. Rich Rundles, the pitching coach for the Barnstormers, is going to come out of the dugout to have a conversation here with his right-hander. So the Ducks with a chance to extend this 1-0 lead that they have had ever since the bottom half of the third inning. On the pop-up in the middle of the infield that fell right on the pitcher's mound. So it's going to be Mike Dowd to the plate with walks to Dan Johnson and Blake T. Cody, putting them on. Second and first with 1 out for Long Island. And up to the plate is going to step Mike Dowd.
Tickets to these games are available at the Long Island Ducks ticket office, adjacent to the west gate of the ballpark, and the ticket office will be open after today's ball game for your convenience.
So runners at first and second for Long Island. Here is Mike Dowd to the plate. The conversation over on the mound as Rich Rundles heads back to the third base dugout. And here is Dowd, who today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, looking at a fly out to center. Ducks showing some patience here in this inning, and it looks like Evans is starting to tire a little bit on the mound. First pitch to Dowd, and the fastball here hits the outside corner for strike 1. Dowd coming into today's action was 1 of 3 in the series with a double. That came in last night's game. Trying to get Johnson home from second base, or at least move the runners up. 0-1, and Dowd hits a fly ball to right. Drifting back is Sean Halton in the gap, and he is going to make the running grab. Tagging from second is Johnson, and he will make his way to third. So Dowd goes the opposite way and flies out, seeing just 2 pitches from Evans. Now runners at the corners for Long Island with 2 down, and that'll leave it up to Anthony Vega.
Anthony Vega, number 27.
So after the flyout, Charlie Cutler is out in front of home plate, giving the signals to his defense. The runners at the corners as to what they would do if the runner at first base, Blake T. Cody, tries to go for second. We'll see if Kevin Byers puts him in motion at all. T. Cody is 2 for 2 in the stolen base department this year. And here is Anthony Vega, who today has struck out and walked in his 2 plate appearances. Long Island looking to extend the 1-0 lead as Evans comes set at the belt. First pitch, and Vega swings and fouls it over the screen back behind home plate. And the count 0-1 on Vega. Struck out looking to end the second inning. Drew a leadoff walk in the 5th. Stole second, moved to third on an error, but was stranded there when Ruben Gotay popped to first to end the inning. Ducks have left 5 men on base over the first 5 innings. Evans looks in for the sign from Cutler. Gets the pitch he likes and comes set. Now the 0-1. And Vega swings and fouls it again back behind the plate, just off of a couple pitches. Good swings, but a little bit under them and fouling them behind. So Vega now behind quickly at 0-2. And Evans, who has walked 2 in the inning, has gotten ahead of both Dowd and Vega and trying to finish his afternoon by keeping the Ducks off the scoreboard with 2 on base here in inning number 6. Evans looks in for the sign from Cutler. Gets the pitch he likes and comes set. Runners lead from the corners with 2 down. The 0-2 to Vega, pitch out, nothing doing. So Johnson stays at third and T. Cody at first. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Anthony Vega will step back into the lefty hitting batter's box. If he reaches, Matt Wessinger will be next. Long looking for the sign from Evans, and Vega asks for time, so he will step out. Outfielders playing straight away for the most part, maybe very slightly to push the other way to left. 1-2, breaking ball down in the dirt. Excellent block at home plate by Charlie Cutler. Very good defensively behind the plate in this series, has had to block several pitches down low. And Vega has worked the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ducks in front of 1-0 as we play here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They have Dan Johnson, who opened the inning with a walk at third, and Blake T. Cody, who picked up a 1-out walk at first. We'll see what Vega can do here at 2-2. Evans ready to go. Kicks and fires to the plate. Vega will swing and miss for strike 3. Was fooled on the fastball, tosses the bat away in disgust. And for Brian Evans, his 8th strikeout of the day. And the Ducks strand 2 more. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, 2 left on base for Long Island. We head to the 7th here at Bethpage Ballpark, all even, with the Ducks ahead, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jack Snodgrass, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Seventh inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. It is the Long Island Ducks still in front of the Lancaster Barnstormers 1-0. Had chances the last couple innings to extend that lead, but ultimately unable to do so. And so Bruce Kern, who is in line for his first win of the year, departs after 6 scoreless innings of baseball today, and very similar to what we've seen of late from guys like Jack Snodgrass and Mark Blackmore and John Brownell in each of their last starts, getting into jams and finding ways out of them, and that's what Kern did today, stranding 10 Barnstormer runners on base over 6 innings, exactly like what Snodgrass did here earlier during the homestand on Wednesday night. Snodgrass will start the series opener in York tomorrow. The Ducks will send Snodgrass, Blackmore, and Brownell to the mound in York against the Revolution. Kern found himself in trouble pretty much every inning of this game except for the first when he retired the side in order. But left 2 on in the second, 2 on in the third, 3 on in the fourth, 2 on in the fifth, and 1 on in the sixth. Now Nick Struck will take over, and the first pitch fastball is in for a strike to Kevin Ahrens. And the count 0-1. So I'll give you the final line again on Kern momentarily, but it'll be Ahrens, Gindel, and Whitaker, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Lancaster. 0-1 is chopped on the ground foul. to the third base side, hops into the seats. And the count 0-2. Aarons is 1 for 3 in the game. He has singled to center his last time up back in the 5th inning. Before that, a fly out to right in the first and a strikeout in the third swinging. Struck comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Aarons takes the fastball high and outside. This will go back to the backstop. So we'll do it again, this time with a count of 1-2. Just 10 hits between the two teams over the first 6 innings. 6 for Lancaster, 4 for Long Island, and only 1 run. 1-2 on the way from Struck, and Aarons will take a fastball that is just a little low. Struck thought he had strike 3. Had taken a couple steps towards first base. Did not get the call, and it's 2-2. Both pitchers in this game have thought they had some strikes that never got called by Frank Urilli, the home plate umpire. Now the 2-2 pitch, and Aarons takes a breaking ball. That one misses low. And that runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Kevin Aarons. Big pitch coming up here from Struck. Kicks and fires, and Aarons will swing and ground this one foul to the third base side. Got another breaking ball. That was in the zone and just missed. Getting a swing and a miss. Aarons just caught a piece of it, so we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Gindel looks out from the on-deck circle as Struck gets the sign and comes set. Payoff pitch, and Aarons flies one down the right field line, slicing foul and into the seats. So Bruce Kern's day is done after 6 scoreless innings. He gave up 6 hits, no runs, walked 3, and struck out 5 batters. Did throw 3 wild pitches as well, but ultimately none did him any harm. Here's another 3-2 from Struck, and Aarons swings and chops it foul again at the plate. What a good at-bat here from Kevin Aarons, fighting off several tough pitches from Nick Struck. 108 pitches for Bruce Kern, 70 of them for strikes. And with 6 innings of work, his longest outing of the season. Now another payoff from Struck. 9th pitch of the at-bat, and Aarons will swing and ground it foul again, this time to the third base side into the seats. And this at-bat will see a 10th pitch. Again, I have to think Brian Evans is probably done his pitch count right around the 100 mark, if not a little bit over, after getting out of that jam in the 6th inning. Another payoff from Struck, and Aarons will take a breaking ball low and outside. He is able to work the leadoff walk on 10 pitches, and a tough way for the inning to start for right-hander Nick Struck. That's what this Barnstormer lineup does. It's a good one. They're hitting .278 on the year, which is now just 5 points behind the Ducks for tops in the Atlantic League. And Lancaster has drawn 173 walks on the season, 3rd most coming into action today. Somerset has drawn the most at 213. First pitch on the way to Caleb Gindel. Chopped on the ground here to first. Right along the line it goes foul, though. Johnson had picked it up, but nothing doing there as it went foul. And so the count 0-1 on Gindel. 0 for 2 in the game with a walk. Drew the walk in the 3rd inning. Before that, a strikeout swinging. After that, a fly out to left. Gindel not really a bunter. He's a very good hitter, so no surprise that Butch Hobson does not have him trying to lay down a bunt. He has no sacrifice bunts on the year. 0-1, and Gindel fouls one off to the third base side out of play. That's a Nick Struck quickly ahead, 0-2. We talked to Kevin Byers earlier today. Did not know exactly who was going to be available and who was not after the doubleheader yesterday. I know Patrick Kreider has pitched in each of the last 3 days. He only pitched one of the games of the doubleheader yesterday, but 3 days of work might be unavailable. Here's the 0-2, and a fastball misses way upstairs for ball 1. In game 2, the Ducks used 3 relievers, none of whom threw more than 10 pitches. It was Struck, DeGiulio, and Kreider, and obviously Struck in the game. Game 1, you had Richardson, Coffey, De La Rosa, and Diaz. Here a pickoff attempt at first, and just back in time was the runner at first, Kevin Aarons. So Struck nearly got it out there on a pickoff attempt. And now he looks back into home plate. 1-2 coming up to Caleb Gindel. Struck deals, and Gindel takes a breaking ball that just misses outside. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diaz and De La Rosa each threw 19 pitches yesterday. Coffey 18 and Richardson 17. 2-2. Breaking ball is on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So Struck gets the strikeout here, his first of the game, and the 6th for Ducks pitching. So a big first out there. As Caleb Gindel goes down looking. Now with one away, that is going to bring up the left fielder batting from the right side, Josh Whitaker. For Nick Struck on the season, he has appeared in 18 games, 1-2 record with a 4.80 ERA. That ERA has slowly been improving over the course of the season. First pitch to Whitaker, that is inside, it hit him. Caught Whitaker right in the back, just skimmed the jersey, but he is on. And a walk and a hit by pitch up, put 2 on with 1 out for Lancaster here in the 7th inning. Tough at bat by Aarons, tipped the cap to him as he was able to draw the walk. But not the way you want to face Whitaker, who was 1 for 3 in the game. First pitch, a fastball that escaped up and inside. And now 2 on with 1 out, and the dangerous Josh Bell to the plate, the last guy you want up with 2 men on base. As Bell has feasted on Ducks pitching in this series, he's 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. So Struck will look in for the sign and come set. His first pitch on the way to Bell, and he'll take a fastball off the outside corner for ball 1. Barnstormers have been threatening pretty much every inning in this game, and again have a threat here in the 7th inning to try and tie up the game at 1. 1-0, and Bell hits a ground ball towards the middle in a center field base hit. Around third base is Aarons. He will come in to score. Josh Bell with his 3rd hit of the game. Another run batted in against the Ducks, and that has tied up this ball game at 1, and no chance for Bruce Kern now to get the win. That's what walks and hit batters will do. They always seem to find a way to come back and bite the pitcher, and Bruce Kern found a way to get out of many jams earlier in the game, but here, Struck allowing the walk and hitting Josh Whitaker, and now Josh Bell, who has feasted all season long and all series long against Ducks pitching, delivers the RBI single pass, go tie up the middle. Now a 1-1 ball game. And the Barnstormers now have the go-ahead run at second with a 1 out, and Sean Halton coming to the plate. Again, typically Kevin Baez likes to go De La Rosa in the 7th, Diaz in the 8th, Coffey in the 9th in a save situation. But assuming that because Nick Struck is in here, that maybe De La Rosa not available, you did have 2 righties of the 3 hitters due up in the inning, so that played into it as well. Diaz yesterday, we mentioned, had to throw 19 pitches, did give up the game-winning home run. But Struck comes in here and has allowed 3 of the first 4 to reach and has had the Barnstormers tie the game. First pitch here to Sean Halton is a breaking ball that misses low and outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Halton is 0 for 2 today with a walk that he drew back in the 4th inning. Before that, a ground out to third. After that, a fly out to center. So Lancaster has tied up the game and now looking to take the lead, as Long Island missing out on opportunities in each of the last 2 innings to score. And now it's come back to bite them. The 1-0, and Halton grounds this one up the third baseline. It is a foul ball. Frank Urilli, the home plate umpire, signaling foul. After a little brief moment, nobody had made the call. And then finally, Urilli was the one who signaled foul ball, as it went to the left of the chalk down the third base line. And so Sean Halton just missing an extra base hit that would have put the Barnstormers in front. Instead of foul ball, and the count is even at 1. So the runners have to retreat. Whitaker back to second, Bell to first. Again, the Josh is on the base paths. And Struck here looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2 and get out of further issues. 1-1 coming up, and Halton takes the fastball that misses outside, yanked by Struck. And the count goes to 2-1. Casey Hobson waiting in the on-deck circle for the Barnstormers. Struck gets the sign from down and comes set. Here comes a 2-1. Kicking the pitch on the way. Halton swings. It's a fly ball in the air to left center. On the run over is Anthony Vega. Racing back, he makes the running catch. Excellent grab by Anthony Vega in the left center field gap, making a running catch right in front of the scoreboard. So Halton retired for the second out, a big one. And now with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the DH, Casey Hobson.
Number 18.
Well, Hobson will step up to the plate looking to make up for his base running blunder last inning. Singled to open the inning, stole second, and then tried to advance to third on a ground ball to the shortstop, Matt Wessinger, and was thrown out on a good throw from Wessinger and a nice tag from Cody Puckett. First pitch from Struck, and the breaking ball drops in for a strike. It's 0-1. Before the single, Hobson had struck out and lined out to short. So after the first 4 reach, Struck is trying to avoid any further trouble and keep the ball game tied. Here's the 0-1, and Hobson a ground ball at the first base line goes foul. Just to the right of the bag. Was rolling right along the line and then took a right turn before the bag. So that will run the count to 0-2, and Struck 1 strike away from avoiding any further issues. Josh Whitaker, the runner at second, was hit by a pitch with 1 out. Josh Bell, who had the game-tying RBI single, is the runner at first base. And an 0-2 coming up from Struck to Hobson. Looks to second, deals to the plate, and Hobson will take a fastball that misses low and inside. Count is now at 1 ball and 2 strikes. For a 1-1 game, it's been a very slow-moving affair because there have been so many base runners on both sides. 1-2 pitch now coming up. And Hobson will take a breaking ball high and outside. Struck hasn't been missing by much, but just a little bit off of the corners and inside and outside of the plate. So now we're even at 2-2. Struck ready to go from the stretch. Here's the 2-2 offering. Hobson swings, fouls it back behind the plate. Barnstormers making Struck work. He has thrown 27 pitches here in this inning. And trying to wiggle out of any further trouble with 1 run already in. Righty pitcher against the lefty hitter. Struck gets the sign from down. The runners lead from first and second, and the 2-2 to Hobson is swung on and lined into center field. Delta Cleary Jr. on the run, racing in, won't get it. It lands for a base hit. Whitaker around third. The throw not in time. A 2-out RBI single by Casey Hobson into center, and the Barnstormers lead 2-1. So after getting ahead 0-2, Struck unable to put away Casey Hobson as Kevin Baez sticks with the righty against the lefty. And Hobson grounds the single, or lines the single, I should say, in a shallow center. Kevin Baez out of the dugout. He is going to go to his bullpen here as Nick Struck comes in relief of Bruce Kern. Kern is unable to get the win as Struck has allowed 2. Barnstormers have their first lead of the day, our first pitching change of the afternoon. We'll be right back.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time. And the Ducks have won it 7-1. The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, Long Island Ducks are currently trailing 2-1 to the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the final game of this series. Ducks had a 1-0 lead from the third inning on, and after 6 scoreless innings from Bruce Kern, he will remain winless as Nick Struck comes in the 7th, walks the leadoff hitter on 10 pitches, and that was the big at-bat of the inning. Struck gets him out. It's a much different feel in this inning, and if Struck had gotten him out, probably would not have allowed a run at this point, but ultimately, Aarons is able to work the walk. And after a strikeout from Caleb Gindel, another no-no as Josh Whitaker was hit by a pitch on the first pitch from the righty, putting 2 on with 1 out and bringing up the dangerous Josh Bell, who has done damage to the Ducks all season long. He grounds the RBI single up the middle to tie the game. Struck out a second out on a flyout from Halton. Kevin Baez sticks with Struck to face the lefty Casey Hobson, and Hobson delivers the RBI single into shallow center in front of Delta Cleary Jr., scoring Whitaker. And Lancaster has their first lead of the day at 2-1. And all those missed opportunities early in the game where they left 9 men on over the first 5 innings now have been wiped away because of the fact that the Barnstormers have the lead. It is still only a 1-run lead and plenty of time for the Ducks to come back. But obviously a frustrating feeling for Long Island as they missed opportunities the last 2 innings to extend a 1-0 lead, leaving little room for error, and the bullpen, specifically Struck, unable to keep the lead intact. Here is Mike McDade. He takes a breaking ball low and outside from Frank DiGiulio Jr., who has come on in the count of 1-0. DiGiulio Jr. pitched a scoreless inning in last night's game, throwing 10 pitches, 8 for strikes. This is the 3rd day in a row he is pitching, and the Ducks bullpen being used quite a bit here over these last few days. 1-0, swing and a miss, breaking ball in the count of 1-1, and not so much because the starters have struggled, that has not been the case, but because the 7-inning game yesterday ended up going extra innings, and then yesterday they needed the final 2 1/3 innings from 3 different relievers. Here comes a 1-1. DiGiulio Jr. set, kicks and fires. McDade a swing and a little tapper here, third base side of the mound. DiGiulio Jr. bare hand sets. His throw to first is in time for the out. And DiGiulio Jr. able to avoid further trouble for Long Island. But in the inning, the Barnstormers take the lead. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. The RBI singles from Bell and Hobson. No errors in the inning, 2 left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Lancaster now in front, 2-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks now behind 2-1 against the Lancaster Barnstormers, and looking at a series loss here at home to Lancaster. If they cannot come back and find a way to win this ball game, they trail by only a run. Brian Evans' day is done. Scott Gracie has come out of the bullpen for Lancaster, and he will take over here in the bottom half of the 7th inning with the Ducks now trailing by a run. And Long Island really kicking themselves now over the last 2 innings when they had runners at first and third in the 5th with 2 out, and first and second with 1 out in the 6th. Could not score in either situation. Matt Wessinger will lead off, and the first pitch fastball is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Wessinger in the game is 1 for 2. He doubled to right back in the third inning, scored later on the pop-up that fell on the infield. Here a ground ball to first. Backing up Mike McDade. He bobbles the baseball, throws to first, and he still gets Wessinger in time for the out. So it looked as though Wessinger might end up reaching when McDade could not come up with the baseball cleanly, but he was able to recover and get the out. One away, and that'll bring up Phelan Lentini.
Back to the top of the order for your Long Island Ducks with the right fielder, number 22.
And ultimately, you'd have to think there is some concern here among Kevin Baez and the Ducks roster. But the fact that the offense really has struggled here on this homestand. They have not had one game where they've gotten to double digits in runs, and I believe the high on the homestand was 6. First pitch here to Lentini is a breaking ball taken low. Ducks won 5-4, 6-2, 3-1, and 4-2 to start the homestand. Have lost 3-2, 4-1, and now trail 2-1. So Long Island really has not gotten much offensively here on this homestand. 1-0, and Lentini lines one into left. There's a base hit. And Lentini, who has struggled over the last 2 days, is able to get his first hit since Friday night with a base hit to left. Now the Ducks put the tying run on with 1 out in the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr. Scott Gracie suffered the loss here on Friday night against Long Island. Butch Hobson called upon him in relief of Ryan Denick in the 7th. With a runner at second base and 2 out, gave up an RBI single to Lentini, an RBI single to Cleary Jr., and a walk to Gotay before he was lifted. First pitch, Lentini goes right away for second. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second, not in time. Lentini is in there safely. A stolen base, and the Ducks get the tying run in a scoring position. 16th steal of the year for Phelan Lentini, and no surprise to see him going right away against Gracie. The Ducks ran on him furiously in that game on Friday night, and now they get Lentini to second with 1 out. Cleary Jr. today is 1 for 3, has been on base twice, once on a single, once on an error. Here's the 0-1. Turning a fake throw to second. Lentini raced back to the bag, but nobody was there for Lancaster. So we'll see if the Ducks can come through with a runner at second and 1 out. Cleary Jr. at the plate. Gotay waiting on deck as Long Island tries to at least tie the game after losing the lead in the top half of this inning. 0-1. Cleary Jr. a ground ball hit to first. Tough hop, but fielded by McDade. He will take it to the bag himself. That is the second out of the inning. And moving to third on the play is Phelan Lentini. There's going to be some concern for the Ducks. Even when the offense is going to come back. And we mentioned the key pieces that they are missing. But they have been out, a lot of those guys, for the last several games, really the last week or two. And we're winning games earlier on, but the offense seems to have dried up somewhat since that 14-4 drubbing of Southern Maryland. First pitch here to Ruben Gotay is taken for a strike. Ducks have faced much better pitching here on this homestand against New Britain, who is at or near the top of pitching in the Atlantic League all year, and the Barnstormers versus Southern Maryland, who's been one of the worst teams in the Atlantic League this year. 0-1, and Gotay takes a fastball again in for a called strike. He thought it was low, but now Gracie quickly ahead at 0-2 and a strike away from working around the 1-out single. Lentini leads at third with 2 down. The 0-2 coming up from Scott Gracie. Kicks and fires, and Gotay will swing and foul this one off back behind the plate. Just caught a piece to stay alive. Gracie has pitched in 24 games this year. Is 2-4 with a 2.61 ERA, has been struggling of late. I mentioned the 2 runs he gave up here on Friday night. The Ducks trying to equal the score with a 2-out base hit. 0-2. Gotay takes this one downstairs for a ball. It's 1-2. If Gotay reaches, up next would be Dan Johnson. Gotay has driven in the only run on his pop-up on the infield in the 3rd inning that fell in on the pitcher's mound. 1-2. Breaking ball is low and inside. Gracie thought he had strike 3, did not get the call. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Montini a few steps off third as Gracie comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Gotay swings and pops it up foul behind the plate. Charlie Cutler shading his eyes from the sun, makes the catch. Gotay is unable to get the job done, and the Ducks strand another runner in scoring position. 8th man left for Long Island, no runs, 1 hit, 1 run for the Ducks. We have played 7, and the Barnstormers still lead 2-1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Long Island now trailing 2-1 as we head to the 8th inning. The Ducks stranding the tying run at third base. In the bottom of the 7th inning, they have now left 5 on base over the last 3 innings, and that has enabled Lancaster to take the lead. Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Wanda Lynch shop on your next visit here to the Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. New pitcher is Kevin Vance. He takes over for Frank DiGiulio Jr., who came in to retire Mike McDade for the final out of the 7th after Nick Struck allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. Leading off will be the second baseman, Lance Zawatsky, who was one of only 2 hitters that did not bat in the 7th for the Barnstormers. He and Charlie Cutler, the leadoff hitter in the lineup, were the 2. And the first pitch misses downstairs for ball 1. It's been a tough season for Vance. 16 games out of the bullpen. He is 1-1 with a 7.80 ERA. Right-hander gets the sign, his 1-0 on the way. And Zawatsky takes a strike over the outside corner to even the count. 15 innings of work, 19 hits, 15 runs, 13 of which were earned. He has walked 9 and struck out 16. 1-1 on the way. And the breaking ball misses high and outside for ball 2. Vance's last pitch in the final game of the series in Southern Maryland last Sunday, a week ago today. Allowed 2 hits and 2 runs, gave up a 2-run home run in that game to Michael Snyder, the slugger for the Blue Crabs. 2-1 on the way to Zawatsky. Breaking ball hit on the ground up the first base line. Dan Johnson will field it. He'll flip it to Vance covering in time for the out. And Zawatsky retired. He is now 1 of 3 on the day with a single and a walk. And there's 1 away in the 8th inning. By the way, the final line on Bruce Kern we gave to you. The final line for Barnstormer starter Brian Evans, who is in line for the victory. After Lancaster scored 2 in the 7th, Evans went 6 innings. For the Barnstormers, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. It was earned. Walked 3 batters, which was a rarity for him, tying a season high, but struck out 8. First pitch here misses high and outside for ball 1 to Charlie Cutler. Through 104 pitches, 67 for strikes. So a quality start for him, continuing to do what he has been doing all year long. It'll be a 1-0 coming up here to Cutler, who is 0 for 4 today. He is the one of 2 Barnstormers that have not reached safely in this game. This one misses inside, and the count now 2-0 on Cutler. Has flown out to left, popped to short, popped out foul to third, and struck out swinging in his 4 at-bats. Mike McDade is also 0 for 4. The only time he got on the bases was on a fielder's choice. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Vance. Blew it right by him. Count 2-1. Kevin Bynes has said he likes the way Vance throws. Likes the stuff that he has. But ultimately has been hit somewhat hard this season. Trying to turn it around here. As we get late in this first half, after today for the Ducks, just 14 games remaining, exactly 2 weeks. 2-1. Misses downstairs for a ball. It's 3-1. Again, no off days for the Ducks. And so a bullpen which has been used somewhat a lot of late won't get a day to fully recuperate. The offense that has been struggling needs to find a way to turn it around if they want to start winning games. 3-1 ground ball to the right side. Johnson to his right field. And again flips it to Vance covering for the out. Earlier this week, the Ducks were taking pitchers fielding practice, which is often done during the course of the year, just to keep refreshing guys on certain plays, bunt plays, and things like that. But at the same time also, to keep everybody in tip-top shape in terms of their defense. And so Vance has had to run over to first twice to make plays here in the 8th. With 2 down and the bases empty, the shortstop Kevin Ahrens will step up to the plate from the right side. First pitch from Vance on the way, and Ahrens will swing and pop it up. To the right side, Dan Johnson shading his eyes from the sun. Seems to have a beat on it and will make the catch for the final out of the inning. So a good job out of the bullpen by Kevin Vance. He retires Zawatsky, Cutler, and Ahrens in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks still trailing 2-1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way. Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 8 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Time running out for the Ducks to come back in this one as they trail 2-1. New pitcher is in for Lancaster. It is left-hander Matt Reynolds, who takes over for Scott Gracie after he ran into a little bit of trouble in the 7th, giving up a 1-out single to Phelan Lentini, who eventually made it to third with 2 outs, but was stranded there on a foul pop by Ruben Gotay. So the left-hander Reynolds will take over with Dan Johnson, a lefty, and late T. Cody, a lefty, due up in the inning. And the righty Cody Puckett sandwiched in between. So Reynolds comes on, and the Ducks again need a run to tie, 2 to take the lead. They're trying to salvage a split of this series with the Barnstormers before heading out on the road. A win and a loss today is the difference between a 5-2 homestand and a 4-3 homestand. First pitch, Johnson, it's a high fly ball to right center. Caleb Gindel is back, has plenty of room, and he will make the catch. 1 pitch, Johnson retired, and there's 1 away. Johnson was 1 of 2 before that, now 1 of 3 with a single and a walk today. Scott Gracie in his 1 inning of work gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Again, Brian Evans is in line for the win for the Barnstormers, and if he gets it, he would improve to 4-2 on the year. Nick Struck in line for the loss for Long Island. That would drop him to 1-3. First pitch to Cody Puckett on the way, and he takes a breaking ball, strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Puckett 0 for 3 on the day. He has bounced to third, struck out swinging, and flown out to center. 0-1. Puckett takes off the outside corner to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks being out hit 8-5 here at this point. And now Reynolds will step off the rubber and go through the sides again. Here's the 1-1. Puckett swings. It's a ground ball too short. Couple hops for Aarons, who fields and throws to first for the out. Cody Puckett is retired and quickly 2 away for the Ducks in the 8th inning.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to get a pinch hitter here for Long Island. Mike Blank is going to come up to the plate as a pinch hitter for Blake T. Cody with the lefty on the mound, Reynolds. Kevin Baez is going to go with Mike Blank as the pinch hitter to bring a righty to the plate against the lefty in hopes that Blank can do what he did yesterday and hit a game-tying home run, or at the very least just find a way to get on base. So Blank comes to the plate from the right side. First pitch on the way, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Blank drove in all 3 runs between the 2 games for Long Island yesterday. He's hitting .246 on the year with 5 home runs and 24 runs batted in. 0-1. He takes a curveball low and inside to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Two down, bases empty, bottom of the 8th, Ducks behind by a run. Here's the 1-1. This is fouled off, first base side out of play. So Reynolds firing strikes as he's done all year long. He is 1-0 with a 1.80 earned run average in 24 games coming into action today. 30 strikeouts to just 4 walks in 20 innings of work. Looking to make quick work of the Ducks here in the 8th inning. 1-2 on the way, and Blank will check his swing, takes a breaking ball low. No, they call strike 3. Frank Urilli, the home plate umpire, called strike 3. Blank slams the bat and the helmet down in disgust, and he has gotten tossed by Frank Urilli here. Could not believe it, a very late strike 3 call. And now Kevin Baez will have the discussion as well. So Blank down on strikes, so 1-2-3 inning. We'll take a break and come back with the 9th after this.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, the Ducks' frustration's boiling over after the bottom of the 8th inning as Mike Blank struck out looking. A very late strike 3 call by home plate umpire Frank Urilli, the 9th strikeout for Barnstormer pitching. A pitch that seemed very low, and Blank could not believe it. He slammed his bat down, slammed his helmet down, immediately got the ejection. And Blank had gone in there as a pinch hitter for the DH Blake T. Cody. So no official word, obviously, on who replaces him, because who knows if that spot in the order is going to come up again. But either way, the Ducks still trail 2-1 as we go to the 9th inning. Kevin Vance, who threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 8th, is going to stay on to pitch the 9th. And it's going to be Caleb Gindel, Josh Whitaker, and Josh Bell, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, 2 up for the Barnstormers. And Long Island 3 defensive outs away from losing 3 in a row here to Lancaster and dropping this series, falling to 4-3 on the homestand. And Long Island in the bottom of the inning, bottom of the 9th inning, is going to have the bottom 3 in their order, 2 up, Dowd, Vega, and Wessinger. Really the only guy who could replace Blank if his spot in the order comes up again is Carlos Hughes. He's the only other bench player for Long Island. So either way, here's Caleb Gindel to lead off, 0 for 3 with a walk today. First pitch from Kevin Vance, and Gindel swings. It's a line drive to left center. On the run, Anthony Vega to his left will make the catch. Gindle now 0 for 4 and a quick first out here in the 9th inning. 4 straight retired by Kevin Vance thus far out of the bullpen.
Left fielder, number 30, Josh Whitaker.
And now we get to the spot in the order that's really been hurting the Ducks. Josh Whitaker and Josh Bell, especially Bell, who was 3 for 4 today with an RBI. Yesterday ended up being player of the game in both games of the doubleheader. First pitch on the way to Whitaker. He takes a big curveball that drops on the inside corner for strike 1. Whitaker, a single to left back in the 2nd inning, was hit by a pitch and scored the go-ahead run in the 7th on the 2-out RBI single by Casey Hobson. 0-1, breaking ball taken down and in. We'll even up the count at a ball and a strike. We'll see if Corey Burns comes in for the save in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Have to assume that he likely will for Lancaster. 1-1 on the way from Vance. Kicks and fires. A breaking ball in for a strike. And Whitaker now behind at 1-2. Burns on the season has 11 saves in 24 games, but did give up a home run here yesterday to Mike Blank. That tied up the ball game in the bottom of the 7th of game 1. 1-2. And Vance misses low and outside with the fastball. It'll even up the count at 2-2. The Ducks have the work cut out for them because if Somerset wins today and Long Island loses, they would fall to 2 games back in the Division 3, counting the tiebreaker. And the 2-2, breaking ball cut on and miss for strike 3. Vance picks up his first strikeout and the 7th for Ducks pitching. There is the 2nd out of this 9th inning. And that'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Josh Bell. And so Long Island ends up falling back that far. And not only that, by the way, Somerset has won today 5-3. Not only that, but Long Island will be heading to face the first place team in the Freedom Division, the York Revolution. First pitch here, Bell takes a breaking ball low for ball 1 in a place where Long Island lost 2 of 3 a couple of weeks ago. And the only game they won, they had to hit a home run in the 9th inning by Blake Teacody to come away with the win. 1-0. And that is taken low and outside for ball 2 to Bell, who has 3 hits today, a base hit to left in the 2nd, to right in the 5th, to center in the 7th. That one drove in the game win, the tying run. Only time he was retired was on a strikeout in the 4th, but he ended up reaching anyway because of a wild pitch by Bruce Kern. 2-0 is low and outside ball 3, and you get a feeling here Vance might be pitching around Bell. Doesn't want to leave anything near the plate for him to hit out of the ballpark. Sean Halton waiting on deck is 0 for 3 with a walk. Here comes the 3-0. Vance deals. Bell will take, and there's a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch from the righty. So that'll run the count to 3-1. A good crowd here today. 5,432 on this Father's Day at Bethpage Ballpark. And the 3-1 swung and tapped on the ground up the first base line. A fair ball. Dan Johnson will take it to the bag. And how about Kevin Vance? 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen in a 1-run ball game. Impressive from the right-hander. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Ducks are in need of a rally. They trail 2-1 and need 1 to tie, 2 to win to try and salvage the finale of this 4-game set.
Hey fans, this is Todd Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the bottom of the ninth inning we go here at Bethpage Ballpark, 2-1 in favor of the Lancaster Barnstormers, who have called on their closer, Corey Burns, to try and seal this 2-1 victory and give them the series win on the road here in Long Island. Barnstormers have closed to within 2.5 games of the first place York Revolution. And the Revolution today playing at home against the Bridgeport Bluefish. Right now it is Bridgeport. They have won. They have defeated York 9-3. So a big ball game right here for Lancaster. If they come away with the win, they would close to within a game and a half of their in-state rivals, with 15 games for them remaining in the half. Meanwhile, the Ducks also playing in a big game because they need to find a way to come back and win. Otherwise, we'll tell you after the first pitch from Burns to Mike Dowd. Delivers and Dowd takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. If Long Island loses, they would fall to 2 games in back of Somerset in the division. Patriots have already won today over the Blue Crabs to complete a sweep of that series. 0-1 on the way, and Dowd will take a fastball strike on the outside corner. Quickly ahead is Burns at 0-2. And the Ducks would again be 2 games in back of the Patriots, and also do not have the tiebreaker, so that would make things much more difficult. Long Island and Somerset do not meet again in the first half. 0-2, and Dowd lifts this one foul, first base side out of play. Fans trying to start a Let's Go Ducks chant here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Dowd today is 0 for 3, a strikeout looking, a fly out to center, and a fly out to right in his 3 at-bats. Burns comes set. And the 0-2 on the way to Mike Dowd is taken low and outside. That is ball 1. Ducks being out hit 8-5. They had a 1-0 lead for the first 6 innings. But RBI singles by Bell and Hobson off of Nick Struck in the 7th put Lancaster in front. Here's the 1-2 from Burns. And Dowd will swing and hit a fly ball to the left. Racing in and to his right is Josh Whitaker. He'll make the running catch. Good swing by Dowd, but ultimately could not get it down quick enough. And there's the first out here in the ninth inning. Corey Burns on the year, 0-1 with a 3.09 earned run average in 24 games. He has 11 saves, 24 hits, and 23 in the third innings, 8 runs all earned, 5 walks to 33 strikeouts. And we mentioned on Saturday during the day game of the doubleheader, came in to face Mike Blank with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch here to Anthony Vega is grounded to the right side and through. Past the diving try of Lance Sawatsky, it's a base hit. So Anthony Vega has found his way on with his first hit of the day, 6th hit for Long Island. And Long Island has the tying run on and the winning run at the plate in the form of Matt Wessinger. So again, Blank came to the plate and hit a 3-2 pitch over the left field wall for a 2-run home run that tied up the ball game at 2, albeit Long Island was unable to take the lead, and the Barnstormers ended up winning 3-2 in 10 innings. So here is Wessinger, who is 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch on the way from Burns. Kicks and fires, and Wessinger will take a fastball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Vega has terrific speed, stole a base earlier today, his 11th steal in 13 attempts. And let's see if Kevin Byes puts him in motion here to try and get him in a scoring position. 0-1 for Burns. Fake throw back to first, nothing doing. Vega retreats to the bag. Burns gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 0-1, a pitch out. Vega had taken a big lead but did not go, and that'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kevin Byes gives the signals down at third. And Vega with his speed on an extra base hit likely could score the tying run. The 1-1. Burns turns and throws over, and Vega is back safely, being held on there by Mike McDade. Ducks have 2 waddle-off victories this season. Both of them have come against this Barnstormers team back in early May 3rd, and the day game, or the early game, on May 5th. 1-1, and Wessinger takes a fastball off the outside edge. Good eye from the Ducks shortstop and 9-hitter, who has shown a very good eye at points this year. Count goes to 2-1. Burns has blown 3 saves this year, including yesterday during the day game. Vega takes his lead. It'll be a 2-1 pitch. Pitch on the way, and Wessinger takes low and outside. Again, Burns thought he had a strike. The Barnstormer dugout couldn't believe it, but the count now goes to 3-1. And another out of the zone here would put the tying and winning runs on for Phelan Lentini. Big pitch coming up here. Wessinger, I'm sure, will be looking for something to hit. 3-1. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and grounded towards the middle. Through. Base hit. Vega turns second. He will head to third. Stops right there. And Long Island with the tying run at third and the winning run at first and only one out. Matt Wessinger on a hit and run. Sneaks a single up the middle past Kevin Aarons. And Long Island with back-to-back one-out hits against Corey Burns has put the tying and winning runs on. And out of the dugout comes Butch Hobson to talk things over with his closer. Ducks have sent out a pinch runner as Carlos Hughes has taken over for Matt Wessinger at third base. Kevin Baez wants to have Hughes, in there. As a much quicker runner, should Long Island find a way to get an extra base hit here, or potentially have Hughes go to steal second base. So Carlos Hughes will step on first base. Phelan Lentini will come up to the plate. And a base hit here or a fly ball would tie up this ball game at 2. An extra base hit could give the Ducks the win. First pitch on the way. And Lentini will take a strike about knee high over the outside corner. And the count goes to 0-1. Lentini is 1 for 4 today. He singled his last time up. That was back in inning number 7. From the stretch, here comes an 0-1. Burns kicks and delivers. Lentini is swinging a ground ball right back to the mound. They'll throw to the plate, and they've got Vega in a rundown. Cutler racing back to third. They throw to the third baseman. Bell, a race to the plate. Here is the throw, and Vega is tagged out by the pitcher Burns for the second out of the inning. So Lentini hit a comebacker back to the mound. And now they're going to check on Burns, who seems to be shaken up. Hobson will come out of the dugout along with the trainer Ashley Wenger to check on the closer. Lentini was able to make it to second base on the play. And Hughes to third. And so the tying and winning runs are in scoring position for Delta Cleary Jr. But now the concern for Corey Burns will appear to hurt himself on that last play. So it'll go down as a fielder's choice with Vega put out. The putout's going to be 1-2-5-1.
Advance don't forget with the Long Island Ducks return home on Monday night. That's June the 24th. That's June the 27th.
They're going to see if Corey Burns can stay in. He's going to throw a couple pitches here, I would think, to Charlie Cutler.
Special massage package, all courtesy of the Vega Massage.
So again, a fielder's choice. Lentini now 1 for 5. He went to second on the play. Hughes went from first to third on the play. The Ducks now with the tying run at third base with 2 outs. The winning run at second. And here is Delta Cleary Jr., who is 1 for 4 on the afternoon.
Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
And another opportunity here for Long Island to try and tie or win this game. Big moment here for Long Island. Carlos Hughes is the runner at third. And Phelan Lentini, the runner at second. Both of them have very good speed. first pitch from Burns to Cleary Jr. on the way is a breaking ball, low and outside for ball one. Cleary Jr. singled to right back in the first, has grounded a short into third with an error that he reached on in between. Hughes takes his lead at third. Lantini takes his lead at second. 1-0 from Burns. Kicks and deals to the plate. Cleary a swing and a miss. A breaking ball down low, and Cleary Jr. cut through it. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Burns looks in for the sign. Gets the pitch he likes from Charlie Cutler and comes set. The 1-1 on the way from the right-hander, and Cleary Jr. a swing and a miss again, chasing a breaking ball down in the zone. And he is now behind at 1-2, and the Barnstormers are a strike away from a victory. Tying run at third, a winning run at second. A base hit could win it for Long Island. Burns looking in for the sign at home plate. Gets the pitch. The runners lead. Here's the 1-2 to Cleary Jr., and he will swing and tap it over the mound towards the middle. Will it get through? Aarons fields his throw to first, not in time. It gets away. Plantini will come in. He will score. It's a waddle-off win for the Ducks, their third of the year, and the Ducks win the series and homestand finale 3-2 over the Lancaster Barnstormers. The Ducks out on the field to mob Delta Cleary Jr. out by second base. What an incredible comeback for Long Island, staring at a third straight defeat. And Cleary Jr. chops a 2-strike pitch over the mound, up the middle. Aarons tried to make the play but could not. The throw went wide, and that allowed Lantini to score, and the Ducks win it 3-2. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming up next. We will recap this one and hand out the Player of the Game award.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lantini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers, want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglinY.com/savemoney.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
The Long Island Ducks, quiet offensively for the majority of this Father's Day afternoon. And boy, do they come up with a much-needed victory here in the series finale and the homestand finale as they waddle off for the third time this year against the Barnstormers, winning it 3-2 with a 2-run sequence in the bottom of the ninth inning. The Ducks in the inning got back-to-back one-out singles. A fielder's choice put 2 in scoring position, and with 2 strikes, Delta Cleary Jr. with a chopper over the mound. The shortstop, Kevin Aarons, got to it to try and save the winning run from scoring, but his throw to first skipped past the first baseman, Mike McDade, allowing the winning run to score. Coming in on the play from third base was Phelant Lantini, who was at second on the play, went to third on the infield single, and eventually found a way around and was able to score. And so the Ducks win it 3-2 over the Barnstormers. Let's recap this one, shall we? In the first 2 innings, neither side was able to score. Bruce Kern worked out of a big jam in inning number 2. But then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and also worked out of a jam in the 3rd, stranding 2 runners on base in each inning. But in the bottom half of the 3rd, the Ducks were finally able to get the lead, taking advantage of a miscue by the Barnstormers. Matt Wessinger opened the inning with a double to right field. Went to 3rd with 1 out on a ground out to short by Delta Cleary Jr. And then with 2 out, Ruben Gotay hit a pop-up towards the pitching mound. Brian Evans looked like he had a bead on it and was going to make the catch. However, the ball was dropped on the mound as Evans all of a sudden gave way, it looked like, to the first baseman Mike McDade. And McDade dropped the baseball. And so everybody was safe, an RBI single, and the Ducks had a 1-0 lead. Long Island's offense would go quiet, though, from that point on. They missed out in the 6th inning and the 7th inning when they had runners in scoring position. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers were getting jams, getting runners on all game long against Bruce Kern. In the 4th inning, they had loaded up the bases with 2 outs, but Charlie Cutler popped out foul to 3rd. In the 5th, had 2 on with 2 out, but Sean Halton flew out to center. And in the 6th, got a leadoff single, but could not plate the winning run, or the go-ahead run, I should say, as Charlie Cutler struck out to end that inning. So ultimately, up to the plate came the Barnstormers in the 7th inning against Long Island Duck relief pitcher Nick Struck. And Struck came on and walked the leadoff hitter Kevin Aarons in a 10-pitch at-bat, a great at-bat, but ultimately a walk allowed the inning to get started. Caleb Gindel struck out looking, but then Josh Whitaker was hit by a pitch on the first pitch from Struck to put 2 on with 1 out. Josh Bell followed with an RBI single up the middle to plate the tying run. And then with 2 outs, Casey Hobson an RBI single up the middle, plating the go-ahead run. And the Barnstormers had a 2-1 lead. Neither side could do anything in the 8th inning. That took us to the 9th. Kevin Vance, who came in the 8th, threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 8th and 9th innings. And then in the bottom of the 9th, Corey Burns came on to try and earn the save. Mike Dowd flew out to left to start the inning, but Anthony Vega then grounded a single through the right side. And then going on a 3-1 pitch, Matt Wessinger would single up the middle, sneaking one through. And so that put runners at 1st and 3rd with only 1 out for Phelan Lentini. Well, Lentini came up to the plate. He had a comebacker to the mound. Burns fielded it and seemed to injure himself slightly on the play, but tweaked himself a little bit and got Anthony Vega in a rundown. He was put out on the fielder's choice 1-2-5-1. And on the play, Carlos Hughes, who had gone in a pinch run for Matt Wessinger, went from 1st to 3rd. And Phelan Lentini, who had hit the ball, went from home to 2nd. And so there were runners at 2nd and 3rd for Long Island with 2 outs, leaving it up to Delta Cleary Jr., who fell behind in the count, 0-2, took a pitch for a ball, and then on a 1-2 pitch at a chopper up the middle over the mound, that was going to score a run anyway and tie the game, as there was no way they were going to get Cleary Jr. with his speed. But on the play, the throw from the shortstop, Aarons, went wide of the first baseman, McDade, and that allowed Lentini to score from 2nd on the play. The error by Aarons, his 2nd of the game, and his 8th of the season, plating the winning run, and the Ducks with the waddle-off win 3-2 over the Barnstormers. So the final totals from this game for the Ducks, they had 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and left 2 men on base. No errors, and left a total of, it ends up being 10 men on base, or 9 men on base, because of that 9th inning. Meanwhile, for the Barnstormers, 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and this is where they will kick themselves. 12 men left on base, and that is where those early runs came back to bite them. The winning pitcher in relief is Kevin Vance, who threw 2 scoreless innings, 2 perfect innings in relief of Frank DiGiulio Jr. in the 8th and 9th, so he improves to 2-1 on the year. Corey Burns with his 4th blown save of the season, 2nd of the series, and he falls to 0-2, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned on 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning. No save. The game took a total of 3 hours and 6 minutes in front of 5,432 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Time to hand out today's Player of the Game award, and I think today we are going to give it to Delta Cleary Jr., who had 2 hits, including the game winner with 2 strikes, the chopper up the middle that plated the tying run and then eventually on the error the winning run. Give credit to Bruce Kern with 6 scoreless innings as the starter and getting out of so many jams, he will get the honorable mention today, but Delta Cleary Jr. will get player of the game honors. We'll take a break. When we come back, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we will wrap things up here from Bethpage Ballpark, where the Ducks take the homestand finale 3-2 over the Barnstormers and finish 5-2 here on the homestand.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up. It's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We are back here at Bethpage Ballpark as the Long Island Ducks come away victorious. They defeat the Lancaster Barnstormers 3-2 in waddle-off fashion, their third walk-off win of the year, all of whom have come against this Barnstormer team. And Long Island with a very uplifting win as they take the finale of this series and salvage a split with the Barnstormers. And at the same time, too, they finish 5-2 on the homestand instead of 4-3. So a very big victory, and in addition, they stay within one game of Somerset in the Liberty Division standings. As we look at the out-of-town scoreboard, Patriots completed the sweep of the Blue Crabs today with a 5-3 win. Jeremy McBride gets the win. He improves to 4-1 on the year. The loser was Justin Berg, who fell to 2-4. And the save in that ball game went to John Hunton, his 14th of the season. So a big win for the Patriots as they maintain their distance against the Long Island Ducks in the Liberty Division standings, but ultimately for the Ducks even bigger that they found a way to come away with the win here in this one. In the home run department in that game, there were none. Carlos Guzman had 2 more RBIs to lead the way for the Patriots. So they win at 5-3. Another final in York. The Bluefish, a 9-3 win over the Revolution, and the Revs will certainly be thanking the Ducks when they head to York tomorrow for coming away with the waddle-off win to keep the Barnstormers 2.5 back in the Freedom Division. A win for Lancaster would have closed them to within a game and a half of York. As Bridgeport now 8-3 in their last 11 games. They win at 9-3. The winning pitcher, Jonathan Albaladejo, improves to 5-2. The loser, Michael Click, falls to 1-2. No save in that game. Wellington Dotel hit his second home run of the year for Bridgeport. And so the Bluefish, who are led with 2 RBIs from both Dotel, Vitters, and Giansanti, get the victory. They are in extra innings, bottom of the 10th in New Britain. Bees and the Skeeters are all tied at 6. Jake Hale was the starter for Sugar Land. Zex Nicola is now in. Brian Dupre started for New Britain, and Brandon Fry is now pitching. Bees have gotten 3 hits and 2 RBIs from former Duck John Griffin to lead the way. Meanwhile, for Sugar Land, 3 RBIs apiece from Travis Scott and Kent Mathis leading the way. And so, again, that game is tied up at 6 apiece in the 10th inning. Mets were 1 hit in a 6-0 shutout by the Atlanta Braves today at Citi Field. The winning pitcher for Atlanta was Julio Teheran, who threw a complete game 1-hit shutout, striking out 7. Jacob deGrom, the loss, fell to 3-4. And for the Braves, a home run from Nick Markakis, his second of the year. Meanwhile, the Yankees currently trailing 6-3 against the Minnesota Twins. They play in the top of the 8th inning at Target Field. Trying to get some updates for you there. I know Brian McCann had a home run earlier in that ball game. So bear with us for 1 second as we get some stats there. Brian McCann did homer. And for McCann, it was his 9th of the year for the Twins. Brian Dozier hit his 8th, and Max Kepler hit his 2nd. Irvin Santana started for the Twins. Brandon Kinsler is now in. Nathan Eovaldi was the starter for the Yankees, and Kirby Yates is now doing the pitching there. Game 7, NBA Finals tonight at 8 o'clock. It is the Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavaliers. Winner is the NBA champions. And at 7:30 at Red Bull Arena, the Red Bulls will host the Seattle Sounders. So that does it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks will hit the road tomorrow, and they will head to York, Pennsylvania, where they will face the York Revolution for the opener of a 3-game series. Ducks will be sending out left-hander Jack Snodgrass to the mound. He's been terrific this year, 5-4, a 2.97 ERA and 10 starts. Matt Neal, a righty, will oppose him for York. Neal pitched very well against the Ducks the last time he faced them. So the Ducks have their work cut out for them, and it'll be a matchup of two teams vying for first-half titles. The Ducks 1 game back in the Liberty Division, the Revs leading the Freedom Division, and should set up for a fun series. Ducks will then return back home here Monday, June 27th for 4 more games with the Revolution. That'll do it for us here on this Sunday afternoon. A happy Father's Day once again to everybody. The Ducks giving the Fathers a happy treat with a 3-2 waddle-off victory here in the homestand finale. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when the Ducks hit the road for the opener of a 3-game set against the York Revolution. Pregame show is going to begin at 6:15, the first pitch at 6:30, and you can follow all the action live on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks victory. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll do it all over again on Monday night from York, Pennsylvania. Good night and so long from Central Islip, New York.